On all the bread or not? Yeah, okay, then we take them off. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Okay, can I take off the meat and leave me the bread?
No, everything will be confiscated. Welcome to the Brexit, sir. I'm sorry.
Oh my.
I did it again. Well, I hope everybody's well. And welcome to Allshorts. Yeah, and today I want to talk a little bit about, crypto air, but also ULEZ. It seems to be all kind of how to put a little bit together, sort of. Although crypto air has been out since 2017. Well, people are still getting caught out though, aren't they? Oh dear. Oh well, never mind. Well, crypto air. Also talk about a certain BBC TV presenter who, that is, I do not know. Yeah, he's been buying pictures. Naughty pictures. It's not funny though. No, we'll get into that in a mo. And then maybe a little bit about the fact that we need more EU workers, according to George Useless. Yeah, he's kind of been coming out of the woodwork recently, hasn't he, regarding these so-called trade deals. One in particular, one with Australia. Oh, and then we've got Alexander Boris Johnson. Oh my God, here we go again. You really can't make this shit up, can you? You really can't. Well, talk about the master of hypocrisy. Well, he's used his precious column, his new column, his fresh column in the Daily Mail to attack the Mayor of London, Sadiq Khan. His ultra-low emissions zone. Okay, whether you agree with it or not. It's neither here or there, really, in regards to, the blonde Boris mutant variant. But wait a minute. Wasn't Bojo himself the one who came up with the idea? Maybe. Well, when he was London Mayor himself, oh God, yeah, he was, wasn't he? Even James O'Brien voted for him, apparently. Plonker! Oh!
Don't be a blonde call, like Rodney.
Well, the audacity of that man, Boris Johnson, that is truly, astounding, astonishing. He slams Khan's ULEZ as boneheaded. That's like an own goal, isn't it? While convenient forgetting that he actually championed it during his own mayoral reign. It's like he has, he won't be king, did he? You know, anyway, king of the world, he kind of got part way there. How many countries are there now? But anyway, it's like he has, a case of political amnesia, conveniently you could say, remembering things that only suit his own agenda and forgetting the details, the facts, you could say. Let's not forget the comedy goal of it all, that the Tories still, they're reading from the aftershocks of Alexander Boris Johnson's dramatic resignation. And then we've got Liz Truss. She got beaten by a lettuce. Oh!
In Beijing, opening up new pork markets.
Okay, I couldn't resist. Well, and the economy got completely ripped to pieces by Kwasi Kwarteng while he was, crashing the pan. Was he betting against the pan? Maybe. Maybe. With his friend Crispin Odey. Well, supporting his own constituency by opposing the policy that he once actually defended. It's a classic case of flip-flopping, maybe it's his hair, and political optimism. But hey-ho. Who cares about constituency or integrity when there are votes at stake? Right? No? Okay. Well, the Tories are hoping to capitalise on residents' opposition to the zone's extension, the ULEZ zone, and ride the wave of discontent. Well, it might help them a little bit, yeah, but they'll probably just go to, the Lib Dems. I think everybody's had enough of Tories. They're a bunch of charlatans. Well, this is, you got to admit, haven't you? Yeah, this is kind of like politics at its finest, ladies and gentlemen. So let's raise a glass. Oh, I got one there. Raise a glass to Boris Johnson for buggering up the Tory party. He's the king of U-turns and the master of hypocrisy. Well, he may have resigned as an MP, but his legacy of inconsistency and, political acrobatics, of course, aerobatics, but it's probably the same thing. Well, it lives on. Bollocks to Brexit, I say. And bollocks to Boris. Cheers. Well, if you're wondering what I'm on about, well, it has to be said that Boris Johnson, he did say that he did. Oh, look, there he is. Oh, okay.
Have a look at my column in the Daily Mail, all about Sadiq Khan's odious, unjustified tax on driving, the new ULEZ charge he wants to bring in from August. Nothing to do with air quality, everything to do with the Labour Mayor Khan's bankrupt finances.
The vision, in a nutshell, is that by 2020, almost all the vehicles driving in central London in working hours of the day will be at or near zero tailpipe emissions through one kind of technology or the other. We're now working on the timetable to achieve that.
Boris Johnson wants to impose tough new restrictions on every vehicle driving in central London.
The mayor insisted the new zone was all about cutting pollution and not raising money. But the driver of any vehicle which broke the rules would be fined.
On my way here today, I overtook a 8-litre Maserati something or other on my bike that was, there it was, dawdling in traffic, emitting prodigious fumes. And I thought, one day, that guy is going to have to get a cleaner vehicle.
Nothing like an own goal, is it? Anyway, who have we got here in the chat? Well, I'd like to welcome those who are here. Hello. And I wasn't too late today, was I? I wasn't too late. Oh my God, it's so hot in here. Oh my God, I've got the fan going. I'm sweating like a Billy Go, I am. I am. Right, anyway, let's quickly get through. Deborah Hart, hello there. And Vincent Brennan. And ManBunk33. I've got your picture ready. And Vipek. And Sir Larry the Cat. And Vipek. And Tories will get tasered. I'm scrolling down. ManBunk33. Oh, Ginger's. Hello there. Oh, just made it. Oh, you're not far off. No. So. Oh, crikey. And 91 Leeds. Hello there. And Jerry Powell. And going down, scrolling down. And David Latin. Oh, Latima. Across in the wrong box from Borneo. No, never would he. Well, he couldn't make his own mind up, could he? Well, hello, Paul Owen. Oops, I'm late to the party. Well, you're not that late. No.
So,
and Katrina Bruce. Oh, thank you very much. And next. And what we've got here? Oh, and Casper Northerner. IDI. Oh, it's hot. It's 33 degrees C here. I could tell you how much it is here, but the thermometer's disappeared. Well, I imagine it's at sort of late 20s. It's flipping up. It's muggy hot. Really muggy hot. Too hot. Yeah, unfortunately. Make me all hot under the collar. Oh, like a lovely lady. No, past all that. Rebecca McDougall, hello there. Hope you're well. Oh, are you Scottish by any to all the Scots over there? Well, apparently. Oh, Sunak said no. Yeah. The Fembot, the Sunak bot, the Premier bot, whatever you like to call him, he's a bit of a bot, he's a bit robotic. Yes, he said no to, well, the idea of legalising drugs in Scotland. Seems to make sense to me. Might get rid of the trade, mightn't it? Just like you get rid of the trade, or how to put it, across the channel. You know. Human traffickers. It's the easy way around now. Obviously, we just end up, well, we have we create a safe route. Oh, did I say it? Oh, dear me, I might encourage them. Oh, my God. Well, we need people, and George Useless has been saying that. It's been a little bit less useless recently, but there you go. He's crying out for people. I wonder why. Is it because he's a farmer? Well, I don't think he does a lot of farming these days, but he's a family of pig farmers, I think. He looks like a pig. But anyway, I did actually make a picture of him okay. I can't use it here because it's rude, you see. Can't do that. I've done that before. Yeah. I get banned, I do, unfortunately. Hello, Greg Davis. Oh, weather app on phone. Oh, I could do that. Oh, okay. Let's get the on. Oh, what? How much? How much? What is the temperature here where I am? 30 degrees. I went far off the money, was I? Yeah. 30 degrees. In Orador. Oh my god! Oh, it's a bit toasty. Oh, go back on there, you. It's full of its stand, it is. Oh, dear. Yeah, 22 outside and 28 in here. Yeah. It's not a very nice heat either. It's a muggy old, sweaty, sticky type heat. The kind of heat that all the pollen sticks to you. It's not great, no. Who's going to pick up the fruit then? Oh, in the UK, well, maybe the farmers have to do it themselves, or they just rot. Been there, done that. It happened last year. It's happening already this year. The people I feel sorry for is the farmers. Even though they might vote for Brexit, might have done, might not have done. Not all of them did, but a lot of them did. But even if they did, I do feel sorry for the ones who are so depressed now that they're actually popping the clogs. That's not funny, is it? And, mental health and all that. But so many people are suffering out there. They've made a whopping great mistake. Supporters haven't pushed something that, quite frankly, has crippled themselves. And, they think the only way out is to... The only way out. Horrible. Oh, that sounds lovely. That does 23 degrees. Oh, can I go there? God's sake. It's too warm. It's not a nice heat. The dogs are struggling. Oh, crikey. You're trying to walk the dogs when it's not hot. It's impossible at the minute. It's hot all the time. At least out the sun, I suppose. We can do it when they're out the sun. What we do is we tend to walk the dogs when it's when the trees are, you see, where the woods and stuff like that, or around the lakes and stuff where it's a bit more shaded. But obviously can't do midday because the sun's high and it kind of cooks them. Yeah, but we keep off the roads, you see. The little paws burn on the tarmac. El Nino is coming. Oh my Gideon, is it? Oh god, no, really? A bit late in the day to be that hot, isn't it, Marcus? Yes. Oh yeah, yes, it is. It's 21:15 here. Yeah, it is a bit late in the day to be that hot. It's not great, is it? It's going to get worse, though, isn't it? Can you imagine all the climate migration and what have you? They're all going to be fleeing from African continents. Yeah, they're all going to end up here. Then they're going to end up over there on the other side of the channel, and then they'll end up in Scotland. Where's Google? Sorry, Scots. Well, we do need people. Unfortunately, we ain't got enough. Well, did anyone get any notifications? Because my viewer's a bit low, so I was wondering if anyone got notifications. I can't tell from this actually at the moment. Can I tell? New members. Well, the ULEZ. It's not anything I was going to talk about so much today, but it was actually Crypto Air. Now, Crypto Air is a bit like the ULEZ. You have we. Basically being expanded in London and what have you, and I think it's in Manchester as well. And but we have here in France one called Crypto Air. Now it's been about since 2017, so it's not new. So many people don't know about it. I can understand why, really, because it's not really going to be on the BRITS radar, is it really? Unless they've been told. But there's quite a few cities in France that if you visit, you've got to have a little vignette, which is like a little sticker, on your vehicle. Well, it'd be any motor vehicle basically, even motorbikes as well, or scooters and stuff. You've got to have this little vignette if you're driving around in these Crypto Air sort of low emission zones, like you got the ULEZ in the UK. Some vehicles, though, unfortunately, are not allowed in. You're not getting in by the skin of my chinny chin chin. No. Especially if it's, I think it's older than... Oh, what was it called? I think it was if it's older than 1997 or 96. So classic cars are out. No classic cars are allowed in. So this is the difference between the UK and the French version, is that any vehicles in the UK for the ULEZ schemes, you're allowed in if they're over 40 years old and they are registered as being a classic vehicle. So you won't get the charges. So, did I just see a dog? I just saw a dog. I've got an extra one today, you see. Yeah, I don't know where it come from. It just turned up. No, I do actually. It's my son's. But anyway, it seems a bit of a shame actually to push out Because it means you can't do the rallies. If the rallies in the cities and what have you, where they have the meetups and stuff, well, any cars that are older than, well, that aren't, classic cars that are older than 1997 aren't allowed into those zones at all. They're just, there's no, no way in. You're not allowed in. No, and if you do, you get fined. And the fines on the ULEZ scheme are about €68. So it's not a huge fine, but, it could accrue, couldn't it? If you keep doing it, you're going to keep getting fined. Well, me and my dear missus, we tend to avoid the cities anyway, if I'm absolutely honest, because it's just, it's a bit busy. There's too much traffic. It's all polluted and stuff, you see. And obviously, that's why they have these crypto air things, trying to calm down the pollution and the traffic in the cities. And it's going to help. It's going to help. But Boris Johnson thinks it's nothing to do with that, even though he came up with the idea himself. Sadiq Khan just carried over. The man's an absolute numbskull. He really is a numbskull. Anyway, let's get into the chat. Oh, I have got a doggy here. I didn't see you there, Wally. I didn't see you. Oh, hello. Come on, boy. Oh, here he is. Oh, there he is. You're a good fellow, aren't you? Eh? You liked your walk today, didn't you? We went to a lake, didn't we? And jumped in, didn't you? Oh, he had a swim, he did. Didn't you, boy? Yeah. Oh, now I've got another one. I've got Pandora now. Pandora. There. Oh, too low. There one. Last one. There you go, little one. And little tiny treats. Oh, I see lots of Wally dogs on the screen. Okay, what we got? So now the cat has got lots of, put low Wally dogs up. That's because he's a member, so he can do that. He's a member. And Ginger's the member. Oh, Wally! Wally! Do you know what? Have you seen the film? Wally! Well, that film, it's like the future, isn't it? I could just imagine now, we'll all be drinking Gatorade and floating around on like, hover chairs and that, and talking to each other through our tablets, and getting fatter and fatter and fatter. Yeah, like little blobs. That's what it'll be. So yeah, I think it is. I think it's just, it's quite a futuristic film. It's 12.50 in London if your car is too old. If it's a classic, it's got to be registered as classic. It's exempt. I'll just pay anything. All the schemes here in France with the crit d'air, you have to display a crit d'air no matter what. Whether you're exempt or not. And 91 leads. Oh, yes, I did get my notification today for a change. Oh, blimey. I got half. Oh, no, Casper Northern says I got half an hour and a live notification. Oh, excellent. Oh, brilliant. Gulfstream maybe next. Oh, my giddy aunt. Then we'll be for effect, yes. It's shifting. The Gulfstream is shifting, and that's the thing that kind of protects us from the heat and the weather. Yeah, it's like a stream. It's like a thing. You can't see it, it's just there. And it kind of protects it from one, And it's shifting. It's shifting. I'll tell you something, we're buggered. We really are buggered. I don't know if there's any way of actually softly putting this, but I think we're buggered. I don't think anything we do is going to make any bloom difference, not now. We've left it too late. But there you go. That's right. Get a good tan, wouldn't you? Especially if we've got Mankini. Get on the old tan lines. It'd burn old Mankini off, wouldn't it? Yeah. Ooh, shrivelly. Well, Canada is having a horror of a fire. Oh, again. Blimey. The last time you had, not last year, the year before, when you had a stint of forest fires. Via Amazon, for my other website. I think I saw about, quite a few, about 6 or 7 of these air filters, Lavoie air filters. They're about 300 quid, these things are, and they're quite, the big ones, big ones. The big old carbon filters in them and stuff. And one person bought 4 of them. 4 of these filters. It's just crazy. Get a tiny commission, obviously. It's just affiliate links. There's nothing really, but it shows, doesn't it? But it's like New York the other week, wasn't it? With the fires they were having, and it's basically smog, isn't it? It was like smog. Oh, well, smoke. Now we had some problem here when we had the fires on the west coast here in France. I can't remember where it was now. I think it was now Arcachon way, and I did a little video clip of it, actually. I think it's on this channel, and it's you could see the smoke. We came out of action in San Juan, and it was just it was smoky, and we're like hours away from there. We're about 3 hours away, and yeah, smoke will travel. Okay, El Nino. Scroll down. Oh, we got Reagan there. Oh, hello, buddy. I hope you're well, my friend. Sorry about the other night. I managed to stream over the top of you. I'm a bit silly. Reagan Elite has got his own channel as well, and he regularly uploads stuff on his channel. But everything, really, but not just UK stuff. Stuff from all over the place, United States as well, and all over the place. Yeah, quite interesting little channel. So any sport, pop it there. Give him an old sub. Not a sub sandwich. It's a subscribe. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, don't do that. Be rocked by the time he gets it. Especially this heat. Crikey. Ooh, besides, who wants a subway anyway? Flipping out, those things, they're all exposed. The flies are bouncing over everything. And half the time, people are picking their nose with their little plastic gloves on. Yeah, it's nasty. Then they go to the toilet and pee in the glove. Just be, it's the kind of thing they do these days, It's funny, you see. Yeah. It's like, the joke's on you. You don't need to know about the joke, but it makes me feel good. Wow. Well, he says AI will probably finish us off at some point, and no, because it'll be replaced with UBI. Everyone will be getting universal basic income when AI steals all our jobs, or probably 60% of them. That will be a long way off, though, so I won't be too worried just yet on that one. It's going to be a long way off. But if it becomes sentient, oh dear, we're doomed. It's going to be like Terminator. Yeah, I've been watching Terminator, actually. I'll rerun. Speaking of the devil. Hello, Mark's his biggest fan. I got a fan. I'm not a Wally. I'm just a bloke. My friend. Has Wally formed the, Untouchables yet? Has Wally formed the Untouchables yet? I don't know. Am I missing something here? Mad Bung. He's found all the little whatsits. Yeah, they got all the Wally dogs. And have you found the Union Jack without the actual blue bit in yet? And the EU flag. It's not a butcher's apron, that one. I've removed all the blue. Well, anyway, and Joe. Okay. I've got the phonetics here. I've got to try and get this right. Can I get this right? Is it Joel? Is that right? Joel? Hello, Joel Marios. Well, Vipec, hey. Este quant ma normal. Oh, Gordon Bennett. Is that Spanish or Portuguese by any chance? Oh my god, I've got different languages going on here. Oh my god, blimey, what's happening? Right, there we go. Ooh, he's found it. Mad Monk's found the kind of Union Jack without Scotland in it. Yeah. How do I remove Wales? It'd just be like it's like the St George's flag, wouldn't it? It's back. Oh, Annette, hello Annette. Thanks for your super chat. It's back. Had to get my supper. Whoa, you gotta have your supper. You get hungry. You can't be getting hungry. Wangland. Oh my god, have you been hanging around, Graham? Who's by any chance? He didn't ask me actually what to go on his Hey, welcome to I support Allshorts. See here, cheers, Gordy. Got a new member. Yay! Do you know what we need? We need something for the new members. We need something to happen. Like a thing. Some kind of thing happen. That's what we need. And I don't know how I got members actually. All of a sudden it just popped up. I got halfway through the thing to get memberships and that, and then I was like, what can I offer? And then I never got, and all of a sudden it just turned itself on. Don't know why that is. Strange. But there you go with the flow, don't you? Go with the flow. Gordon McKenzie. Hello, Gordon McKenzie. Could remove blue triangles from the flag and add whales who are not represented. Oh, that's a good idea. Could do that. We have a lion in there somewhere. Corby John. Accent is only cute on women. Oh, sorry. And the other name means north wind. Oh, okay. that blows in the Algarve. So I'm John Northwind. You got wind? Oh, good there. Is that the Basque region? Oh, the Basque region. I'm not in the Basque region. Or you talk Paul Newman. Paul Newman. What did you say? Where are we? Can't you see it now? Hello, Pagan. I hope you're well, my friend. And Con 6 hitter, please let me know we don't like the EU and Mickey Mouse must be removed along with the kids that painted them. Yes. Nasty piece of work. Robert Generic. Oh my Gideon. He is such a... oh, he's just so foul. So much for Honest Bob. Honest Bob Generic. Isn't that what James O'Brien was calling them? Oh, there's nothing nice about him, is there? Or honest. No. I think I've got it here, actually. Got a little clip here. Oh, yeah, here we go. Let me just, before I carry on, let's share that. There we are. He's a horrid cretin, he is.
That the nation has a right to preserve itself.
That's not there.
And the fundamental responsibility of
Okay.
Conservatives should not shy away from their belief that the nation has a right to preserve itself. And the fundamental responsibility of government in a democratic society is to further the interests of the inhabitants of the country that constitute this national community over those...
I've got a bit of issue with that. Inhabitants of the country, how come you're just trying to feather the nests of those, well, businesses that are not even based in the country? Such as DP World, who happens to have contracts for, well, 3 ports. And it wasn't at DP World that owned P&O Ferries, who sacked 800 employees on the spot. And then got security in there with handcuffs and stuff, and then shipped them out and chucked all their stuff in black plastic bags on the side of the quay. It doesn't sound to me that you're looking after your, well, people of the country. And then we had Grant Shapps. He stood out there on the side quay there saying, oh, this is terrible. We're not going to let this down because we're British and all that. We're British! Yeah, we're not going to let this go. And then that kind of like fizzled out. And then they had a big contract. Several millions and millions and millions of pounds worth of contract for a free port to DP World. But happens to be based in Dubai.
Outside it. There is an extensive body of research that demonstrates the damaging effects on social trust and cohesion from uncontrolled migration.
Marx's biggest fan has just come up with a scientific fact that honest Bob Generic, he got himself wedgied a lot as a kid. He explains.
But simply, excessive, uncontrolled migration threatens to cannibalise the compassion.
Ooh, emotive language again. It's like, it's like evasion and stuff like that. And then invasion. And now we've got, like, cannibalise. Lovely, ain't they?
That marks out the British people. And those crossing tend to have completely different lifestyles and values to those in the UK.
Sounds a bit
and
racist.
Tend to settle in already hyper-diverse areas, undermining the cultural cohesiveness that binds diverse groups together and makes our proud multi-ethnic democracy so successful. The bill enables the detention of illegal arrivals without bail or judicial review within the first 28 days of detention until they can be removed. We know that otherwise, those who arrive here illegally will abscond, making their subsequent removal incredibly...
Abscond? Is that what happened to all those kids that disappeared? Did they abscond or were they, well, trafficked? Probably into the sex industry. Oh, sex slave, I suppose.
Challenging. We're taking a power to detain and...
Actually, come to think about it, it might even be harvesting organs, like, that has been going on. In fact, it's, oh God, who was it again now? Nigeria, who's been, recently, I think, convicted, actually, for, August harvesting gangs.
Remove unaccompanied children in very limited circumstances. But there's no more important issue in our domestic politics than the question of who gets to come to this country and in what numbers. But as the Prime Minister's made clear, legislation such as this won't fix the problem of illegal migration alone.
Now, of course I won't. All you got to do, you got to go into the specifically built, specialist built building for child migration, and you should paint over all the Mickey Mouses. Yeah, paint over all the Mickey Mouses. Oh, somebody did point out though, that's actually, technically speaking, they're copyrighted. You see, so that might be a big no. Maybe it wasn't such a good idea to have Mickey Mouse. Why couldn't it have been something else? Why Mickey Mouses? But that's not the reason why, is it?
You have accepted
He
the
said it was
truth.
because, well, we've got to distract from all those, all those youngsters coming over in those boats on their own, you see, making that treacherous journey on their own. Yeah, obviously they weren't put in the boat by the parents or somebody else. No, we've got to discourage them. Let's make sure there's no cartoon pictures of Mickey Mouse. Tom and Jerry, maybe. Daffy Duck, I don't know. You tell me.
We have to defend our sovereign borders in the most proactive manner. This means the British public will ultimately judge us on our success.
We'll judge you on the fact that you're fascist. That's what we'll do. What a horrible cretin. What we need Banksy to go in there. Although they might not be that child-friendly. No, maybe not Banksy. Let's just... Although it'd be worth a lot. They could build a new building. And just put that one... That'd be a museum. It could be like a gallery. An installation of Banksy's. Maybe. But what a horrible piece of work. He's just a nasty piece of work. Thanks for remind me of that. Oh, Mark's biggest fan. Here. Oops, my hand slipped. Oh, it's not a fiver. You devil. Don't we refund you? Don't we, refunded, done it. Cheers, my friend. Very appreciate it, my friend. Oh, dear. I don't want I need to do. I took some pictures. I got a picture of Mad Monk 33s, which is there's a lot of words on it. Sign for the trees. So, when you have all these good intentions, you mean to go out and do something, and then it's just like at the end of the day, it's just there, and you're absolutely shattered. I was going to go live yesterday, and before Max was live, and I was buggered. I was just so tired. I was just absolutely buggered. I was a broken man. A broken man. The sign of times: the Dutch government collapses after immigration dispute. I know. Yeah. Was it Rutter who he was trying to impose some immigration restrictions, and they basically fell out, and the whole government's collapsed. And I think they're going to be like a caretaker government or something. So nothing of any substance is going to get done until we have an election. So and that's going to be like several months' time. Did they say 8 months' time or something? Quite a long way off. There you go. Everything is pretty much up in the air at the moment. It really is. Sign of times, I know. Oh dear. Cheers for that, my friend. They actually spent money to cover up cartoons, yeah. Remember, they are just kids, you know. It's just wrong, isn't it? You're welcome to Reagan. The tools. The other night, actually, what happened was that I was expecting the Snowflake show to be on, and I know you put something on Discord, but I don't always go on Discord as a matter of course. It's not my go-to thing, if you know what I mean. And I was waiting for something to happen on the Snowflake show. Nothing happened because there was nothing there. And you were streaming instead, so I do apologise. I wouldn't have done it otherwise. I wouldn't have streamed on top of you because I don't think that's fair, especially with smaller channels. Saying that my channel's not exactly big, is it? Do you realise I get a quarter of the amount of subscribers that I did after 6 months of starting this channel on a monthly basis? It's just nuts. Everything's just changed. Hello, Giancarlo Potter. I probably spelled that, pronounced it wrong, but that's me. Well, the Tories are a league with the corporations, yes. So it's oh my god, I can't even say that. Corporatism. That's it. Corporatism is enacted in fascist states in the mid-20th century. Europe and as an alternative to free market economies. Well, I keep saying, oh, let the markets decide. That's what the supermarkets are trying to say as an excuse not to cap the prices on anything. The problem with the way the supermarkets have been working, basing their prices or squeezing the farmers. Well, they've set the prices, haven't they? Pretty much. It's different here in France. You can't do that to the French farmers. They won't just protest. They'll shut you down. Basically, they won't supply you. And there'll be massive barrages of hay bales and straw and what have you, and tractor trailers and God knows what else. And then they'll send in the rioters. Yeah. Or something like that. You know how it goes here in France. They do like to riot. Yeah. It's like a pastime. It's got nothing to do with the cause most of the time. It's like the recent ones, which is a bit of a shame, but it's nothing to do with that whatsoever. It's I fancy a riot, it seems. People actually journey to France to join the riots. It's like it's fun. It's mad. All it does is dilute the cause, doesn't it? I think so, anyway. Ooh, biggest fan, kudos. The Tories are in league and the corporations. Oh, we did that. John Northwind. It sounds too English. John Northwood, I think in the case of the UK, some dystopic Robert Crumb cartoons would be more adequate. Yes, probably, actually. Dystopic. Crikey. It will be like Mad Max. Look at barbed wire everywhere, can't they? Oh, they've probably got that already, haven't they? Yeah, keep the little blighters in. Yeah. It could be more fitting to paint Mickey Mouse on the walls of Westminster. Very likely. I'm sure that is very, very fitting, that it is. And anyone see Mhairi Black's speech? Oh my God. Oh. Yeah, if you haven't seen it, there you go. It is here. I've got an annoying fly. The problem is we get a bit of humidity. That was the wrong mouse. We get a bit of humidity. Anyway, this is Mhairi Black. Unfortunately, Mhairi Black, she's an SNP MP, and she's stepping down. And this is a real sad loss for SNP. This is because she's formidable. She's only a young lass, you know, and she's absolutely brilliant. So articulate and on the ball. She really is. Because this is like a spur of the moment thing, and she just did it, and it was. I was just wow. Go there, get in there. I go. Oh, yeah, that's the. I don't normally watch PMQs, but I'm glad I did just for that. There it is.
May I actually just begin by saying, genuinely, how sorry I was to hear that the Honourable Lady will be standing down at the next election. She and I joined this House at the same time, and I know she has contributed much to her party and to this place.
The Deputy Prime Minister, I thank him for his kind words, and we did join this place at the same time, and I'm pretty sure we'll... the health service across these aisles.
She's good, isn't she? But she's leaving. She said it's a toxic environment. Yeah. Not nice. And also, you know, she's a massive loss. Yeah, so that was the one. Oh, has anyone seen the F word? Creeping fascism. No, I haven't seen that one. But I love this one. Love to the family. Hello. Oh, Reagan. Oh, hail the orb. Yeah, Reagan thinks he's got an orb. Yeah. It's like a plasma globe. He says here, that's why I do posts. I am so busy trying to keep up with what I'm doing. I don't get notifications, because you know when you do posts, they're the same as video notifications. So if you've met your free in every 24 hours, people won't get notifications for your posts either. So it's yeah. Pork markets. Okay, I just did pork markets. You have to put up with.
That is a disgrace.
Oh, that certainly is. Look what he did to the economy. Vincent Brennan. Oh, God, Mackenzie, Mhairi Black, a big loss, but I feel she will resurface, possible FM in future. What, PM? Or FM. Or First Minster, yeah. Love to the family, hail the orb. Joe, is it you can... All right, John. I was working in... Hello, my biggest fan. I was working in Scory last week, way up north, and visited the most northwesterly tip of the mainland. It was gorgeous scenery all week. Lochs and mountains. You see Nessie? Was she there? No? Okay. Did you have a dip? Did you do a bit of skinny dipping? You know, you did try and get me and Graham Hughes to do a bit of skinny dipping. You paid £100 for it. But Graham Hughes, he bottled it. I'd have done it. Doesn't bother me. No. I'm comfortable with the fact my bits are small. Oh my goodness, the ultimate cheese sniffer. Dowden. Oliver Dowden. Working in Scurry. That's a wee bit north of me. Not much up there after Ullapool. Nice pies in Kinloch Burvey? Kinloch... Oh, I don't know. The orb. Oh dear. Hello, Zomf. Zomfzik. Blimey, it's funny names. Dipped into the Atlantic too. Oh, lovely. Kofi was up there, so he didn't spot Nessie. Why was Kofi blocking the view? Maybe. I won't be surprised. Oh my god. Oh, she's been a bit quiet at the moment, isn't she? Oh, Teresa Kofi. Anyway, I better get on to what I was supposed to be doing, hadn't I? You know, jabbing away. Reading your chat. Oh my god, I'm better. Oh, yeah, distractions. Well, the crypt air. If you don't know what the crypt air is, I'm going to show you. Yeah, because it's very similar to the ULEZ. For which Alexander Boris Johnson tried to make out it was Sadiq Khan's idea, yet it was his own. And how do these people not remember this stuff? Do they think they're not going to get picked up? They can't. They must actually forget. Because this such an own goal. It's just ridiculous. One minute you're saying, oh, we're going to bring this low emission zone in because of Maseratis and all that. And the next minute, it was a stupid idea and Sadiq Khan is doing it for other reasons, you know, because they're bankrupt and stuff, you know. It's just nuts. Absolutely nuts. Well. Oh dear. Get your crit de air. Or crit de air. You have to, cred air or crit de air? Crit or crit? Oh, anyway. Your little vignette. You need to, go on to a website such as this one here. And let me just bring it in so, because I've been pulling about for Twitter. Because Twitter doesn't format very well, you see. No, it doesn't. It's a pain in the butt. That it is. So, this is the website. It's the... Bring it down a bit. The one with the lady. That's what they say in France. The one with the lady. Yeah, so it's the official website. You go on there and basically you order... I'll leave a link in the description. You basically go on there and you order your crit. And it's basically... With postage, what have you, it's... Well, it's €3.11 for the crit plus 61 cents for the postage and $3.72 in total. But if you're outside, such as that, Strange A, it's a little bit more expensive for the postage. So yeah, it's still under £5. But you only got to do it once, yeah. So it's not something you got to keep doing every time you want to visit. You just do it once. It's not like the Swiss vignette where you got to pay like £100. And it's it lasts a year. So yeah, anyway, so well, have I got this extra box on there? Can't see it on there though, can you? No, you can't, that's good. So basically what you do is you put in your carburant in there, what type of vehicle it is, whether it's and whether it be Essence or diesel or electric or stuff like that. Now the electric, if you got the green one, that one there, that green one there, there's no charge. No, it's free. But you still got to show it. So you still need to order one of those, your vignette. Otherwise, you're going to get nicked. You're going to get, you can get fined. So let me find the picture up for you so you can see. There we go. So now the thing here is, let's bring it in a bit closer. Right, the green one's 100% electrics, what have you. There's no charge. All right, you still got to get it. But there's no, it's It's no problem. You can, well, take it anywhere basically, but you still got to have the sticker though, so you still can't get away from it really. So there's a charge ready, isn't there? And then gas and vehicles, hybrids and what have you, are a 1. Crit to air 1. Now where it gets a bit confusing is what they have here is where you get the efficiency rating, the Euro rating for your efficiency. The higher the number, the better it is. But the actual lower the number, the crit to air, the better it is. So it's a bit confusing. But for it to be a 1, you know, it needs to be a vehicle from 2011, and no diesels or anything like that. So it's Euros 5 and 6, and then Euro 4, which is from the 1st of January 2006 to the 31st of December 2010 inclusive, and oh, let me find the ones that is. And then Euro 2 to 3, and that's 1st Jan 97, and it's not telling you the diesels. Oh, it is. Okay, yeah, it's diesels and Sydney's. Okay, that's fine. I'll get confused then. Right. So if it's a 2, if it's a diesel, it has to be a 5 to 6. But generally speaking, the vehicle will be up to 2011. Yeah. Most they've done like a date thing really, and they've done it like that because they know that, well, in France especially, that most vehicles under EU law and what have you, and the control techniques will be tested to those. The cars are will be made to those categories. And then you got the Crit Def 3, and the date for that is for the petrols and what have you. It's 1st of January 1997 to the 31st of December 2005, and diesels have got to be a Euro 4, so they've got to be cleaner basically. Now what gets strange here is when you get to the 4s and the 5s here, a Euro 3 is only available in a diesel, not the petrols. Lessons, they don't comply. Maybe it's to do, I don't know, maybe it's to do with catalytic converters, I don't know, or something anyway. So the 1st of January 2001 to 31st of December 2005 for Euro 3 diesel, and then the Crit Air 5 has to be a Euro 2 vehicle, and the 1st of July 97 to the 31st of December 2000. But if it's this old, if it's any older than that, oh, I've done wrong there. If it's any older than that, you're not going anywhere in a low emission zone. No, you're not coming in. But people are getting caught out, they are. And it's So this happens to be in The Guardian. Yeah, it's been pointed out in The Guardian as to do. Oh, look, it's something we can talk about. So Britain's joined to France. I've been warned over clean air fines. Now, I put something on a Facebook group regarding motorhoming because I have a camping car. So it's sort of the it's a Rymer site that I go on, which is basically the same as my camping car. That's the make. It's a tally make of camping cars. Anyway, so I put the question on them. I would say most people didn't have a clue. It created a bit of a string. Most people didn't even know what it was. So, and they've been travelling all these places. Oh, me, no, I went there. I didn't have to have one. Well, you did, but you didn't know. It's just... It came in 2017. So, Britain's driving to France warned over clean air fines. UK motorists may need to get these sold stickers, vignettes, for more... Well... Oh, yeah, there is a bit of a caveat here. Well, we'll get into that in a minute. As more low-emission zones spring up in French cities. And if I can actually find... I found a map of that. That I did. Where was my map? It's not that one. Is that the one? I had... It's not that one. Not that one. Not that one. Not that one. I definitely found a map. Oh, I did. That's actually on the French website. There you go. It's a bit of a shitty map, mine, but it's a map. Right, so At the moment, Rouen, Paris, what's that, Grenoble? What was that? It's not Grenoble, is that what I'm talking about? Oh, this is really annoying. It keeps moving. I can't click on that one. Right. Oh, Strasbourg. Ah, of course it is. Strasbourg. So we've got one Strasbourg, Rouen, and Paris. So if you come via, well, we quite often go through Rouen if we were travelling back from the ferry, what have you. But also, let's bring it down a bit smaller so you can see. There we are. Grenoble, Montpellier, and Marseille. Oh, my son's gone to Marseille. He's on holiday there at the moment. I better remind him. He probably doesn't know. Because this also applies to the French as well, and people who live here in France and Nice. So they are popping up all over the place. There. Strasbourg. So yeah, they are popping up all over the place. But the thing is, you see, the actual area, the regions that they cover, or the areas they cover, or the cities or towns they cover, it's within their right to actually change which, whether it be, let's say for instance, they can ban certain vehicles basically, if they want. Let's say for instance, they, their emissions are high at any one point. They're entitled to say, no, we're not letting Air 5s and 4s in or something until the actual levels come back down to an acceptable level. So you've got to have your ear to the ground because you could get caught out. You might think you're covered, but your vehicle might not be allowed there, in that town at all. You see what happens, it's a thing called sovereignty. It isn't just sovereignty for the whole country because, it was a part of the EU and what have you, and Brexit said, no, no one's sovereign if you're in the EU, which is a load of bollocks. But anyway, if you think that each of the communes, and they've all got their own mairies, they've all got their own, well, councils, effectively, and they can set their own rules. You've got, obviously, national rules, federal rules, and what have you, but, you could quite easily get caught out. Well, in the Guardian here, British drivers heading over the channel have long had to factor in a whole host of extra things to carry, from yellow vests, we know about them, the gilets jaunes, and to warning triangles. Yes, we know about that. Better do that for donkeys here, isn't we? Or we have to carry one in our car as well here in France. But now, don't forget, there was also the what was it now? Breathalyzers. Tests, the bluey ones. They stopped that. They realised it's stupid. Because people having these things in their cars and they're all going out of date anyway. And that was a daft idea. Just don't drink. Probably makes more sense. I'll tell you what though. I guarantee a lot of those people driving those motorhomes, the camping cars and all that, I bet most of them are from half cut. Oh my giddy aunt. Or at least just over the limit. I'll just say it so many times. Driving those flipping great campers, motorhomes, but massive amounts of money. They're driving them half cut. Nuts. It's just nuts. Absolute bonkers. So you need to obviously be a little bit more careful when you're driving into the old French cities. Otherwise, you could get caught out with that €68 fine. So there is a big difference though, between France and the United Kingdom. Is that when you cross the channel, all cars, motorbikes entering such zones, even those from abroad, need to display a sticker denoting their vehicle's emissions. It doesn't matter if it's an environmental vehicle, a hybrid, or whatever it is. Even if it's exempt, it still has to have a sticker. So you need to display a sticker denoting their vehicle's emissions, and those fans do so could get a €68 or £58, what the exchange rate is at the time, fine. And they'll take you to if you've got no money on you, the gendarmes or the police, traffic police, or they'll take you to your cash point. And if you've got no money in your cash point, they take you to a special room, they do. Let's not get into that. Oh. Well, in the recent riots have made you rethink your holiday plans. They had to get that in, didn't they? These zones include a number of popular tourist locations, including Paris, Rouen, Strasbourg, Toulouse, and I'm not talking about the sausage, although, yeah, it's Toulouse sausage, but okay, it's like sausage of Toulouse sausages. Montpellier, Lyon, Grenoble, and a few other cities. I wonder which ones they are. I haven't seen them ones. Oh, I'm trying to click that, and it's not, there you go. In a new tab, I'll do it in a minute. So you've got to make sure you've got one of those things. You know, what everyone, that's required for your motor vehicle or motorbike. Or anything that happens to go on the road, a big quad even. They all have to have one of these. Well, the plan is to eventually have low emission zone in every urban area as well, with a population greater than 150,000 people. Okay, well, it won't be around here where I am at the moment, no. So if you are doing a long French road trip, it's a good idea getting one. You get one anyway. I mean, they're cheap anyway. You might decide on your trip you're going to go somewhere else. Oh, just a second. My Wally was a wee-wee. Well, that sounds a bit wrong, doesn't it? Oh, yes, it does. Oh. No, I know. There you go. There you go. Crazy dogs. Barking at nothing. Nothing there. God, it's so hot out there. I'll have to strip off in a minute. Well. Oh, he's got out there as well. They have a little dog. So those who take the ferry or Eurotunnel who stay away from any big urban areas will not be required to display one. Unless they all of a sudden they end up adding them into this 150,000 people category. So the good news is that the stickers are relatively easy and cheap to get hold of. They are. They're really easy. Just go onto the website, stick your details in. Probably do a Google Translate on it or something. Or it might even have a look at it actually, see if it actually translates. Or if it's in English, make it a bit easier for you. There's probably a third-party company website as well that offers them. Look, another dog walker I saw now. Oh my giddy aunt! There you go then. That's Sebastian. Oh dear me. A madhouse. This is a madhouse. Crucially, owners will need to when you apply for your Critter Air, you'll need your V5 document, as they are required to input the data, including your vehicle's VIN number and chassis number, all chassis number, and to upload a photograph of the document as a part of the application. It all costs €4.61, including postage for each vehicle. So it's cheap, isn't it? I'm going to probably get one anyway, to be honest. We ain't got any because we don't go anywhere, but we'll get that. Our camp's going back on the road very soon. Once it arrives, users will have to put it on the car wind screen or on the motorbike. And it lasts the lifetime of the vehicle, not just for a year, which is quite good. Now, we've got our Karen car. It's a bit like that. And the only thing is, though, it's too hot at the moment. So what we're gonna do is, well, get a CT and get it all sorted out. So it's pretty much laying dormant over the during the pandemic. So get it all CTs and ready to go. And when the kids go back to school, because it'll be busy at the moment as well. So we're not one for too many people. It's scary. Well, thing is though, if you, for instance, with these things, you need to obviously plan for this because it could take a few days to arrive. It might be a week, might be a couple of weeks. So you need to allow at least a couple of weeks really. So if it's a last minute decision to go somewhere. So really, in some ways, it might be a good idea if you ever are even contemplating going on the trip. It might be a good idea to get one anyway, because at the end of the day, you sell it with a vehicle, charge them a tenner for it, or peel it off. Well, there are 6 categories of the Critter Air vignette system, from green to cleanest vehicles, to dark grey, for the dirtiest diesels. Oh, it's like Thomas the Tank Engine. Well, the certificate you receive relates to your vehicle's Euro emissions standards. Oh, that's what you call it. Even if you have a 100% electric car, you still got to display a sticker. Not all vehicles are eligible. Cars registered before January 1997 and motorbikes and scooters registered before June 2000 are not and cannot be driven at all where the restrictions apply. I think it's quite a shame with classic cars, I think, really. Can't see them doing a lot of damage. It looks like there's loads of them, is it? We're causing a problem for owners of classic motorbikes and cars. Yeah. So I suppose what you could do though, if the vehicle's on a trailer, you could take it in. Well, local administrations have also outlawed some cars in certain city centres. For example, drivers of older diesel, Crit Air 4, Euro 3 engine cars, those typically made before 2006, are banned from much of Paris. So it's stricter in Paris. Monday to Fridays between 8 p.m. and 8 a.m. and 8 p.m. So yeah. So you've got to have your ear to the ground a little bit, haven't you? You might think, oh, go to Paris, and you're going to have to wait until outside those times to travel at night or something. We could just travel in tubes, like Tenacious D. Well, the ban was set to be extended last weekend to include Euro 4 diesel cars, typically 2006 to 2011, so it'll include my car. But this was postponed for a second time until at least 2024, next year. Now, vehicles with low emissions are given preferential parking and traffic conditions. Holidaymakers may also have to keep their wits about them. Yeah, I've kind of touched on this already. The idea between these schemes is the local officials can and do decide to put short-term limits on the type of vehicles being allowed to enter clean air zones if the local pollution levels rise. Yeah, I touched on that already, didn't I? Well, that said, the owners of most UK vehicles that are, less than 12 years old will receive a Crit Air rating of 1 or 2 and should face relatively few restrictions. Now, according to the RAC, the Crit Air vignette is just the latest item to add to your list of things to take when you are, driving your car abroad. Well, France isn't alone on that. I was like to say, you need something like that for when you go into Switzerland, for instance. Well, the RSC Europe spokesperson, Rod Dennis, says he expects the rules to get tighter over the next few years, with all but zero emission vehicles eventually banned from some city area centres. The only thing one of the biggest problems I got with this is that not everybody can afford to buy very expensive cars. Because, I'd love to have an electric car, but I ain't got the money to buy an electric car. Just haven't. It's not going to happen. So, but there we go. Okay, I just don't go into Paris. But they're talking about including other areas. Eventually, this is going to end up going all over France. And we might see the same with like the ULEZ and what have you. Well, not under the Tories, I wouldn't have thought. Because at the moment they're using it as a bit of a whip, aren't they? Well, Boris Johnson especially. Although he's resigned. Nadine Dorries watch. Has she resigned yet? Oh, yes, she has. But has she actually officially resigned yet? No, she hasn't. No. Damn me. Oh, back into the chat. It actually makes cities a better place to live. Yeah, I can imagine. There's nothing nice. Yeah, I'll tell you what. One of the things I really notice when I'm riding my bike, on my bicycle, especially in Norwich, it's just the fumes are horrendous, absolutely horrendous. They tell you to get out of your cars. You might get a bit fitter, a bit more muscle, but your lungs will be buggered. Yeah, they'll be black and sooty. Lovely. Mark's biggest fan says, but using a bag for life and LED bulbs will save the planet. Maybe it's a spokes of wheel sort of thing. Maybe altogether, maybe it might make a difference. The problem is we do like to offshore our carbon. That we do. We like to blame the people as well that we offshore our carbon too. China, for instance. We'll shout from the roof to, China's not doing it, so why should we? They're baking the stuff for us. Boy, come on then, here you come. Anyone else? Anyone else? Oh, no. I have no idea what he's picking up on the dog. Don't worry. Right. So that's a little body in. Yeah, boy. Oh, well, cars are freedom, freedom! You have to pry my car from my cold, dead hands. That's the thing, if you live in places like we do here, if it wasn't for the fact that we're isolated, I think, why do I need a car? Well, I do need a car, actually, to be fair, for my work and what have you, but I can't imagine not having a vehicle here because we are, well, in the middle of nowhere. Which I do like, but I wouldn't necessarily want a bike everywhere. I wouldn't get nothing done because it's taking too long. Although I wouldn't want an electric bike. Quite like one of those, like the cargo type bikes. That's what I quite like. You load them up with stuff. Sounds like fun. One angry pagan says, what people seem to forget about freedom is that they also have to freedom to take the consequences. Going postal. Terry Pratchett. Lord Havoc veterinary. Oh, Gord Mackenzie says, to all gingers, it was 30 degrees. See, it's flipping hot air. It's at 30 degrees air at the moment. According to my phone. Yeah. But don't tell anyone. Shh. And the midgies. Oh, wee things. I know. Yeah, I just know we haven't had much problem with midgies. But I looked at my windows a minute ago before I started the stream, and I pecked the little black things. This said another dog. Oh my goody ass! Piccadilly Circus, it is. Come in. Can you bring that one with you? No, come. Oh, one of the missus is online because I can't run around after Lulu. Because he's a bit of a pain at the moment. I was going to send her a message. It's like, why? She's only up there. Yeah, she's probably watching TV or something. That's what she's probably doing. Just send her a message. Is she online? Oh, she's active now. I've told her. She might come down straight away. Well, anyway, where were we? The Scots film producer trying to raise cash for a Killer Midge movie. Yeah, you're joking, aren't you? Got a Wally and Sebastian. I've got a Pandora and a Lulu missing at the minute. Oh, yeah, bear. You want Sebastian? Yeah. Oh, have your fingers on that one, Will. Hey, Wally. What's Wally's there, boy? There you go, fella. Right, where are we? 33 today's. Crikey. So I spent over an hour riding 30 kilometres in it. Oh my giddy Kool-Aid. Flipping hell. Toasty. Oh! We've got Mr. Limerick. Top smoke. Hello, top smoke. Put a tissue over the exhaust pipe of a diesel and it gets dirty. That is better. Okay. Thing is, well, it's particulates. We were all told that, get diesels and it'll be cleaner and we'll reward you for it. And then they changed their mind. Make your mind up. Like that poor girl, she died, didn't she, in London. That poor girl. Her mother's got a charity campaigns out now, so. Oh, he's up there. Oh, he's gone upstairs. That's all right. Phew. Apparently, he's gone straight back upstairs again. That's good. Because he's pining for mum and dad. He is, but they've gone on holiday without him. Heck, you can't holiday without your dog. Right, listen. If you can smell the fumes, it is less dangerous. I was working in that field. It's called the stupid MP test. Oh my giddy aunt, it's an MP test. You can test MPs. Oh my giddy aunt. The particles are bigger in diesel, so easier for your body to deal with. It's the petrol particles that are the ones more dangerous, says Top Smoke. Well, do you know one of the things that really bugged me? Really, really bugged me. As someone who is a woodworker, somebody who, well, one of these employed people, I'd look after all their PPE and what have you. And there they are, all right? Going on about N95 masks and shit like that. Yeah, okay. And they call them face masks. We're only these aspirators, and they're for dust. the N95s are for dust, not wet particles or anything like that. Not for COVID or viruses. For start, they'd only go down to around 5 microns, whereas virus particles some go down to 3 microns, but virus particles can be under that, so they can pass through. Although NASA did do a test of carbon filters. Yeah, they did a test, and they found the carbon filter got blocked up so quickly it stopped anything getting through. Pretty much. Because it's wet in it. You know, it's humidity. You're drawing through these filters. It just sticks to all the fibres of the filters and just blocks everything. Everything else stick to it in a gooey mess, kind of. But the thing about these N95 masks, the thing that really bugged me is, there they were. So to watch all these people in the hospitals, I thought, oh my God, facepalm moment. You got negative pressure face masks on, the ones with the little valves. Well, the reason you have the little valves is so you can breathe easier, so you can breathe out easily. So any of viral particles that are swirling around inside that mask every time you breathe out go straight out those little vents. That's just ridiculous. Okay, direct spray and stuff like that maybe won't be a problem, but you know, fine mist in the air, it was just ridiculous. And nobody was saying anything. That's what I didn't understand. Nobody's saying anything. It was obvious own goal, I suppose. I was just stupid. It was stupid. Alright, so the shirts, the shins, the what rabbits? The precious little friends. They are precious little friends. Well, we've got cats and dogs. We used to have didn't have rabbits, but we had goats and sheep and ducks. Big old Muscovy ducks. They were whoppers, they were. Anything done to reduce the possibility of transmission was better. Oh yeah, that's kind of, they wouldn't tell you, it wasn't. You've been better off getting the masks without the valves. So yeah, it's better than nothing, but it's, yeah. In some ways, you'd be better off just one of those medical surgical masks. Yeah, the flat things, you know. They're horrible, though, aren't they? The thing is, most of them are made of fiberglass. You're potentially breathing in fiberglass particles. We're all going to end up with, I don't know, maybe asbestosis or something. I don't know. I'm guessing, obviously. But, tissue over the exhaust. Dirty diesel. The thing about it, the diesel, the reason why the oil goes black is the carbon. That's all it is. It's just carbon. It's been pushed past the rings. Got past the O-rings, but every time the engine explodes, you know, creates a internal combustion engine, pushes the piston down, a certain amount of that carbon ends up past the rings, and it ends up in the oil. That's the reason the oil's black. Some people think, it's all grindings, all grindings. No, not many grindings. Yeah, obviously some. That's why the petrol cars go a little bit bad, but not quite as bad. Actually, I'll tell you the best ones. The best vehicles for having clean oil is gas. We used to have a gas vehicle, LPG vehicle, was a tipper truck. And that thing was brilliant. And the oil was always clean. Always. Never dirty. It's just always clean. You change oil because obviously it wears, doesn't it? It gets thinner. But we didn't have to. You have to change it as often because it doesn't get dirty. It doesn't get dirty. We are made of carbon. It passes through us. It's all the other stuff that is stuck to the carbon, isn't it? Oh. Years ago, a guy invented a way to convert kitchen oil into fuel here, and the government bought the patent. And where is it? A friend of ours, a bit of a pothead. In fact, we had down our road, we got raided. Well, I got back from work one day with trailers on the back and stuff, and I took a couple of things back to the house. And I just left off from my barns. But anyway, we went back to the house. Oh, what the hell's going on? The road's blocked. And there's a pile of stuff in the little roundabout. It's like a cul-de-sac, a little roundabout at the end. And it's a guy called Sean. And he's a bit of a potted, but he was growing the stuff as himself as well. In all the hydroponics. Yeah, hydroponics and lights and stuff. Anyway, they caught up with him. And there's little tiny bag boxes, these little bags, and it's just piled all this stuff onto this roundabout. And then, so he got in a lot of trouble, obviously. Anyway, that wasn't the point why I brought him up. The reason why I brought him up was that he bought one of those, what are they called again now? APC containers. the kind of things the farmers use for the chemicals and stuff like the big, huge, square containers in a metal cage. You know, you put forks under and what have you if you want to. Anyway, he bought one of them full of cooking oil, used cooking oil, and he went and done a course, and he started to process all this stuff himself. He bought a what was it, a little diesel. Oh, it was a Rover, little diesel Rover, like a, oh my god, yeah, like 216 or something Rover, something like that. I think it was basically a Honda or not something. Oh, anyway, whatever it was a bit of a shitty car. Anyway, he bought this car because it was cheap and it was a diesel, and he processed all this oil into diesel, which is fine, you know. Eventually, though, it killed the car. It just done all those injectors in or something like that. It just coated it all up, or something went wrong with the car anyway. It might not have anything to do with the fact that it was processed and filled, but it's a foregone conclusion. But saying that, the amount of miles he did on 1,000 litres of this cooking oil, in fact, I think he bought 2,000 litres. Anyway, loads of cooking oil. It was very cheap motoring, extremely cheap motoring. So it was no brainer for him. Number 3 says cannabis is fine, and I'd be dead without it. Oh, don't say that, mate. Don't say that. You know, I know what you're saying now. I watched your video actually. It's quite a long video. But I actually, do you know what? When I was number 3's also got a channel. He's just started out. He's done really well, and it takes a lot of guts, what have you, to make that move to actually, you know, especially when you suffer with mental health and stuff like that. And you struggle and what have you. And like number 3 says so on there, the cannabis helps him. And he started the channel, and I'm really warming to it actually, because it's honest and it's he's just saying how he feels and stuff, and about certain stuff. And he did the video, I think it was about 19 minutes long. The video I watched yesterday, and it make a really good podcast. Now, it's really easy to do. If you don't know how to do it, number 3, all you got to do is, when you put it into your playlists on your YouTube channel, all you got to do is add it into a podcast. You've got to create a podcast first. So you create your podcast, and then you add your whatever videos you want to add to it. So you could have, I don't know, a podcast about your feelings about cannabis or something like that. And then you could just, every time you make a video like that, you just add it into that podcast. The beauty about it is, YouTube is now one of the biggest providers of podcasts in the world. And they've only just started doing it. So it might be worthwhile doing, because it's the kind of thing you don't need to see you. You just talk. And that's what you're doing. So, yeah, it's great for talking head type videos, isn't it? Oh, hello, Daddy Blase. Good night, my friend Joe. I hope Daddy Blase is fine. Bum. And steamer going. Oh, you just filter and heat using kitchen oil, and you can run it in a diesel engine. It's basic chemistry, not a patent, no. Just need to keep the tank warmer to use it in the winter, because it'll solidify, won't it? Yeah. Cooking oil goes a bit gooey, goes a bit nasty, solidifies. Because if anyone's put cooking oil in their fridge, it goes like white. Yeah. And numpy. Lovely. Hello, Brian. I hope you're well. Suggest you purify the oil first. Use your nozzles. All your nozzles will get blocked. You've got to filter it first. That's what he was doing. He had this filter set up thing he had. It did show me, that was a long time ago though. Hello, Mithril. UK is more repressive than even some of the scummy US states on cannabis. In fact, some states in the United States, haven't they opened up to drug use? Is it right? Have they legalised some drug use in some of the states? Well, I don't know if it's got better or worse. I don't know. It was more than that. Oh, sorry. Down. Yeah, no, I tell you, Buzzy. I didn't see it here. Right. Have we got any limericks? We need a limerick. Top Smoke. The reason we all have cancer is the atmosphere tests were done in the 50s to 60s. Okay. Yeah. It does seem to be a lot of it, doesn't it, now? At first I thought, oh, maybe it's because we all know about it now, and it's gone. But no, I think it's something else. If you want something like a Dyson Zone headphones, which filters the air before you breathe it. No. We don't want anything Dyson. Thank you very much. Nothing at all. No, James Dyson, thank you. No. He's a Brexiter. He can stick his Dyson rubbish up his bottom. Do. Gas boilers in hospitals. Oh, carbon dioxide poisoning. Oh my god, don't forget positive pressure exposure suits. Oh my giddy aunt. Would it be like you pump? You'd be like you could be in a fat suit or something. The only way you can stop the stuff is full respirators. Now, in my workshop, I do have a. It doesn't work very well. The battery keeps failing. I've got what we call a trend. It's a filter. It's a headset filter. It basically draws air through a filter and blows it over your face. Just so if you work in a really dusty environment, so you aren't all closed off and getting really, really sweaty. It's they work really well, but it had all NiCad batteries in it, so it's not very effective. Not now. It lasts about 5 minutes if you're lucky. So it needs new batteries. I've got so hard. I just need to change the batteries in it. Oh, I've got an itch. Right, coming down. An old chip boy just fiddled with his filters. So the recreational use of cannabis was legalized in 23 states, 3 US territories, and DC. Oh, excellent. Thanks, Brett Vincent. I didn't know. Hello, who's Zebediah Thomas? You keep turning on in my pocket. We did my morning walk videos, and I don't know why. I haven't got you necessarily on there, but all of a sudden, who's Zebediah Thomas? YouTube channel, another YouTube channel, is keeps playing in my pocket. Oh, God. It's happened twice now. Every time it's been you. I think you're bugging me. You try to bug more ways than one. You're bugging me. Well, number 3 says to pick. My pain is psychological, but it's still pain. Yeah, I understand. It's not easy. It's not easy. You know, people get ups and downs, don't we? We all get our ups and downs. Some people get more severe than others. Some people don't have anyone to talk to about it, you know, and it's kind of like, you know, it's a bit of a spiral, isn't it? You need that escape. You need that way out. You need that door open for you to actually just lift you up again. Oh, doing this channel, I know I said it the other day, but you know, when it's going well, you're up there, you're on a bit of a high, it's all great, and then it's sort of like you're thinking, get no one new. I'm just getting no views, or you know, and I'm losing subscribers. Somebody's trying to tell me something, and you kind of think, what am I doing wrong? What am I doing wrong? And you can picture a bit of a stupid, and you kind of wonder, yeah, and you kind of realise sometimes it's just how things are. Maybe it's the topics, maybe it's hard to know. And the other thing is, because I do a lot of my content, it varies, not just one thing or the other, is it? It's all about kind of stuff, news related type stuff, I suppose. But my way I present it, it's not always the same. So one way some people might like, and other ways some people don't. So you kind of can't keep everybody happy like that, can you? So it's just how it is, isn't it? My shield at your backs, guys. Go with what? Oh God, I can't. What? I don't understand, Bacon. Electric powered trucks need batteries that reduce the carrying capacity to the point where they are useless. That's a very valid point. Because in the UK, let's say for instance, a 3.5 tonner truck, where you got your payload capacity of a 3.5 ton Transit, for instance, like my old Transit high top long wheelbase, the payload of that was only about just under 1.5 tons. I think it was 1.2 ton. So it wasn't particularly good. No, you can easily use that, you know. And then you got other vehicles as well. Let's say, for instance, you're talking about electric. Obviously, that's going to be taken up quite a bit by the battery, you know. But it's one thing, I suppose. Batteries got to get lighter though. They're already lighter than they used to be. Yeah, and lithium ions are definitely lighter than, say, for instance, NiCads. For capacity as well. Prague has been spending a lot on electric vehicles and buses and encouraging EVs a lot through premium parking with charging, and the air is noticeably better downtown on the hot summer days. That is a brilliant idea. You won't get this government doing it though. The UK government, they won't do that. I have to admit, here in France, they are trying to push a lot of environmental such as solar panels like on the car parks and stuff like that. Have you got over 400 spaces or something? No, 80, more than 80 spaces. You've got to have solar panels on your roof and all that sort of stuff. Well, at least 50% of it covered in solar panels. So it's they are doing quite a bit here. And I travelled down to Angoulême, where actually somebody got shot actually the week or 2 weeks before that lad got shot, but there was no video footage. I travelled down there to go and get some bits and pieces for a job, and anyway, I put solar panels flipping everywhere. There's no farmland, but it's all solar panels. But we're not short of land here, so there's that to it. Pain. Oh. Night, Pagan. Take care, buddy. Number 3. Yes, pain is pain. Yeah, we soldier on, mate, but everything that helps is a great relief. Yeah. Now, my son will probably benefit from cannabis. Calm his muscles down. Calm his brain down with the basal ganglia, so the signals going into his muscles would be a little bit less jumbled up. Now, less spasms. Anyone else in there? No one else. Just you, Wally. More EV chargers in one London borough than 8 other cities. Yeah, it's not really helpful, is it? It's all in London, but nowhere else. Yeah. Nadine Dorries told us that, didn't she? There she was, driving up there, going to pick her mother up, or take her mother up north or something. She's there with her daughter. And she was reading an audio book going. And apparently it run the battery for that. She had the heater on as well, but, you know, she had to bring up the audio book. Okay. Some people. I sent a link of my video to my MP. Says number 3. Is your MP pro? Is he supportive about legalising cannabis? Because they kind of legalise it if for doctors and stuff, haven't they? But there's lots of doctors they're not prescribing it. Mithrils, Allshorts. Looked at any electric motorbikes? The range is improving. Yeah, I have looked at one. Not the video I was going to buy, but I was interested, and that was a BMW. The reason was I liked it because it reminded me of Judge Dredd. It really did. Just like, yeah, but the range was terrible. That was only about 80, 90 kilometres. That's no good on something like that. Especially when the battery starts depleting, getting a little bit less efficient. So, yeah. Mad Nads put the wipers on and it ran the battery down. Pretty much. Yep. Nuts. She's crazy. She's just so... crikey. Oh, things that she's done as well. And the lies and the deceit. And that's why she didn't get in the Lords, obviously. Mark's biggest fan says that there was somewhere that just legalised hallucinogens and used a treatment for depression and PTSD, etc. Yes, that was Australia. That was Australia, my friend. That was. Yeah. It was the what do they call it again? Oh, my giddy aunt. It's magic mushrooms, basically. Magic mushrooms. Psilocides or something? I don't know. What it's called now. Lose my mind. It's too much in my head and I can't remember it all at once. No, it's all jumbled up. I need to get all my ducks in a row. Maybe close some, finding them drawers maybe or something. It's going to take an awful long time to get rid of the internal bleeding. Oh my god. But she's getting better, mate. But blimey. I hope everything's okay, buddy. When you say are you talking about an animal or are you talking about the missus? I hope you're alright. Crikey. Bye, Peck. Cheers at number 3. Oh, that's the one, Casper. Was it psychobilin? Psychobilin? Or something like that. Sending positive vibes your way, Mithril. I hope you're okay. Blimey. Yeah, it's not easy for some people to really struggle, don't they? So anyway, I'm not trying to dismiss it here, but I've done an hour and a half. Blimey. Well, that was I think we've pretty much covered those little thingy. So it's not just the ULEZ system, it's the ULEZ scheme, which Sadiq Khan's been criticised for just already in France already. So if you want to drive over to, say, for instance, Spain or somewhere like that, and you're going through France, well, then you're going to need it, aren't you? If you are likely to enter one of these places. It's worthwhile to go. Grenoble's lovely. I like Grenoble. Especially on the motorbike, it's lovely around there. Alright, up we go. Where was I now? Oh! Oh, very naughty. Very, very naughty. Oh, very naughty too. I don't know if you heard, but there's been some, well, there's some high profile BBC presenters who've been doing the naughties. Yeah. They've been buying naughty pictures. It's actually not very funny in many ways because it happened to be, well, it's not funny because I was a kid. Well, 17-year-old. And she was using the money to take drugs. Strong cuts. Strong drugs. Worms out a minute. No, drugs. Made you, yeah, addicted. So somebody in the BBC, we don't know who it is yet, but somebody in the BBC has been buying, well, paying somebody. We don't know if it's a girl, we don't know if it's a boy, we ain't got a clue yet. No. Either way, we know it's a male presenter, and we know that they're Chesil Tape. They've just been taken off here. I don't think it's Chesil Dave. Rabbit, rabbit, rabbit. Oh, cheers, buddy. Whichever is still alive, they want the hat back.
So, you have accepted the truth.
Rabbit, 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 rabbit. Yeah, that's it. Oh, I got another chance to die. Anyway, you're sold. Oh, damn. Hello, Wally. Yeah, my boy. These are tiny. You get these little tiny treats just because they pesty. You see, there he is, little mouth. You're a good boy, aren't you? Right. Okay. Was it Gary Lineker? Was it Rylan? Well, he's a weirdo. Or was it Jerry Vine? Well, they say it isn't them. No. They say they aren't the presenters. Maybe what they've done is, maybe what it is. Do you think, and I've got a theory now, do you think the BBC is taking loads of presenters off so they don't have to say which one it is? Which presenter is it that's been removed from BBC? Because BBC's investigating them. There's also happened to be in the BBC as well. I'll get rid of that. There you go. BBC presenter accused of paying teen for explicit photos. Oh. Well. A BBC presenter has been accused of paying a teenager for sexually explicit photos beginning with when they were 17 years old. According to The Sun, although it's the BBC and this is the BBC newspaper. But here you go. And the newspaper reported that the unnamed male presenter had paid the alleged victims tens of thousands of pounds. In total, £35,000. It's understood that the BBC is looking into the allegations and that the star is currently not scheduled to be on air in the coming days. But even after the allegations were made, that presenter was still online. Yeah, was still presenting. Oh, I wonder who it could be. Oh, I wonder. Well. So, is it Gary Lineker? He'd get framed, wouldn't he? Yeah. Is it Jerry Vine? Or was it Ryan? Rylan? Was he on, like, Britain's Got Talent or something? Yeah, he just kind of danced funny and sung really badly. I think he's got veneers, isn't he? They're definitely veneers. It's all about imagery, isn't it? It's a bit of a character, to be honest. It's probably a really nice bloke, actually, to be fair. But anyway, Gary Lineker, Jerry Vine and Ryan Clark have all denied being the top BBC presenter reportedly taken off here after paying a teenager 35. I know to me it sounds funny, but it's not really. Because this, funded their crack addiction. Is it me? Or is it all flipping BBC presenters? I'm not going to see all of them, obviously not all of them. Quite a few. Well, look, we had Jimmy Savile. Yeah. Even the Prime Minister decided it was a good idea to use Well, Jimmy Savile, didn't he? I'm sure he did. He did, didn't he? I reckon he did. Oh, maybe. Well, yes, he did.
I will unite our country, not with words, but with action. I will work day in and day out to deliver for you. Whoop-de-doo!
Hello, Joe Biden here.
Mr. President, it's Rishi Sunak. How are you?
Wanna be in my gang, my gang. Whoa! No? Okay, I'll shut up. Well. Oh dear. Well, the unidentified presenter accused of paying the youngsters from 17 years of age. Well, Gary did a tweet this afternoon. I hate to disappoint the haters, but it's not me. And Ryland tweeted this morning, not sure why my name's floating about. RE, the story in the Sun. But that ain't me, babe. And Jeremy Vine, he also posted on Saturday, just to say I'm very much looking forward to hosting my radio show on Monday. Whoever the BBC presenter in the news is, I have the same message for you as Ryland did earlier. It certainly ain't me. He's too busy on his push bike. Well, I wouldn't be surprised though. Well, the teenager is also said to have used the money to pay for crack cocaine and has, pretty much destroyed their life, according to their mother. And when I see him on telly, she said, I feel sick. The mother said, yeah, that's said of the TV star. Sorry, I got croaky. Well, I blame this BBC man for destroying my child's life, taking my child's innocence and handing over the money for crack cocaine that could kill my child. Now, she said that how her child, now aged 20, had transformed from a happy-go-lucky youngster to a ghost-like crack addict in the 3 years since the payment began. Now, the presenter is said to have paid thousands of pounds, and one of the payments was £5,000, lump sum payment. And either the individual or teenager, who was said to be 17 when the payments began, has been identified. Well, the teen's family complained to the BBC on May the 19th this year. Well, in response to the Sun's report, the BBC spokesman said that we treat any allegations very seriously and that we have processes in place to proactively deal with them. What we do is, we get rid of a few people maybe, and then nobody will know who that person is. It's like the cups and the bean, isn't it? The 3 cups. Well, as part of that, if we just receive information that requires further investigation or examination, we will take steps to do this. But that includes actively attempting to speak to those who have contacted us in order to seek further detail and understanding of the situation. If we get no reply to our attempts to receive further contact, and that can limit our ability to progress things, but it does not mean our inquiries stop. And if at any point new information comes to light, or is provided via the newspapers, this will be acted upon appropriately in line with the internal processes. Oh dear. So always that seems to be the BBC or the Tory party. They're full of them. We've got Chris Pincher the Pincher. Oh my giddy aunt, there was him. I thought they got rid of him. Well, they kind of fired him from his minister position, but he's still an MP. And now he's been suspended. Like Boris Johnson. Ain't it about time we got rid of these people? This is getting beyond the joke. It really is. There's Rolf Harris. Jimmy Savile. No wonder he liked all those boys sitting on his knee. Weirdo. Blimey. Oh. How's that song go, Rolf Harris? There's 2 little boys and 2 little girls. Something like that. Oh, they're so wrong. God. Oh, God, yeah. Oh. They really need to weed these people out. They really do. Unreal. Unreal. Oh, is it someone off Antiques Roadshow? Some old fossil. Oh, dear. Anyway, let's see what you've been saying. Oh, dear. I shouldn't laugh because some kid's life has been... You know, can't find out for themselves, you know, if it's still a youngster. How do you get into that position? No, how do you get into that position, though? Where somebody's actually offering you money. How does it happen? That's what I want to know. I'm so naive, I tell you. Well, how does it happen? God. The BBC have hollowed out real presenters and journalists, and they don't need this as an excuse. No. Cheers. Yeah, cheers for that, Matt. I do really appreciate it. I really do. Do you like my hat? I've got so many people with hats. I've got hats coming out my ears, out of my head. Well, 17k paid out by a presenter for dodgy pictures, pretty much. Jimmy Savile. Is Jimmy Savile? No, he's gone. He's a goner. He died. Oh. Didn't they use him as an advocate for the Tory party? Like a poster boy? What is it with the BBC and underage romances? It just had Philip Schofield, wasn't he? He had a fling. It wasn't legal apparently, but a fling. But then you think like, does it run in the family since his brothers get 12 years for child sex offences? John Northwind. He said it must be a job requirement. Seems that way, doesn't it? Oh, let him. Yeah, because there's no same as a man or a woman. It could be Fiona Bruce. Will she be presenting Question Time this Thursday? What do you reckon? Oh, I don't think it's her, unfortunately. It'd be funny if it was, though. It's obviously somebody with a bit of money. Obviously, I suppose they got enough of that, haven't they? 35 grand to these people is nothing, is it? You know, what is that? 5 million or some crazy amount of money? How much does Gary Lineker get now? It's about 5 million? He gets a huge amount of money, doesn't he? But he brings in the people, I suppose. And also, he's not a Brexiter, so I like him. Another Savile in the making, maybe. Ireland and his turkey teeth. What? They look like tombstones that have been painted white. Teeth aren't like that. No. I think the BBC have hollowed out the real presenters and journalists and don't need this as an excuse. No, I've already said that as well. No, look for a presenter on air and remember Savile. It's disgusting to even print the names without any justification. Well, if it's news, it's justification, isn't it? Like the crack bit even matters. Well, that's a bad point, actually. It's still cocaine's cocaine. It really is. It's white power, isn't it? You know, and it's probably mixed with something pretty dangerous because they're not legal drugs, are they? So it's gonna have something in there. I don't know. It won't be just bicarbonate soda. It's gonna be like, I don't know. It's gonna be like Jif powder stuff. You know that? Is it Jif? Yeah, that. Yeah, it's blue when you put water on it. What's that, Wally? He's telling me what's going to bed. That's what he's doing. Have a treat instead. He's such a lovely boy, he really is. Oh, God. And then they got George Osborne. He's, he's going to take some of the court, actually. Well, apparently there's like a poison pen letter going about, like an email. It's pretty much, you reckon it's destroying my career, you know. That's to do with his second marriage. Did he meet this new woman in Whitehall or something? Did the security cameras find her? Oh, no, that's Matt Hancock. Well, so who is it? I'm confused. I don't know who it is. It's dead easy to know who is gone. Well, actually, I was talking about this topic on a walk with my dear missus, this early today. And I just find it all shocking. What drives people to be that way? To actually, it's strange. I find it really strange. I don't think that way. No, it's probably why my sex life is shit. But there you go. Don't look at me like that, Wally. Hey, boy. Just give me the look now. Oh, how did you talk about my mummy like that? Did you do? Oh, they're going to be with me. Good evening, all. This is Jim and Toy. Hello there, my friend. I reckon it's Andrew Neil. Oh my goodness, I wouldn't be surprised. He is one sleazy. His missus is, she's like a quarter of his age, isn't she? Well, he's living in France, didn't he? Oh, Andrew Neil. Well, he's got axed. No, but that's Channel 4. No, Andrew Neil's Channel 4 now, isn't he? I'm confused now. I'm going to have a quick look. Andrew Neil's axed. I think he was on Channel 4. Yeah, Channel 4. Is he also on the... Maybe he's on a BBC programme as well. But no, he's on the Channel 4 Cuts. Yeah, latest victim of Channel 4 Cuts. The Andrew Neil show. It's flipping useless, though, isn't it? Has anyone seen that? It's crap. Crack is bicarbonate with cocaine, so it's like a cheap, watered down cocaine. I wouldn't know, because I honestly say I have never had any drugs whatsoever. I haven't had weed or anything. I haven't even smoked. No. Actually, tell a lie. That's a lie. I had one Tom Thumb cigar with my mate Jason, and we were only youngsters, and we coughed and splattered all over. I think we didn't have it, I just got the puffs on it. But Dad left that in about. And little tiny cigar things, little brown things. Anyway, I've never smoked. Never, ever smoked. Please let it be Hislop. I like Hislop. I don't want it to be Hislop. Oh, don't let it be Hislop. Oh, crikey. Yeah. That's what happens when you skim through the chat and you don't actually read it properly. Crack is the lowest purity of cocaine, therefore the cheapest to produce and the most profitable. Also the most dangerous. Ooh, watered down powders. Monty Don? It's not going to be Monty Don. What Garden's World Monty Don? No, don't be silly. That's not going to be him. I hope not, anyway. Oh, we've got a limerick from Top Smoke. He says, it says, there once was a man with a noose who used Ajax to clean it, and it froze. He tried to unfreeze it with water, but it only got hotter. Now he's stuck with a hose that glows. Oh, Ajax. Is it Ajax or was it Jit? Ajax. It's Ajax, isn't it? That's the powder. Like the bath cleaner type stuff. Ajax. Cheers that, yeah. Top Smoke already said that, Ajax. I wasn't attractive enough as a kid, says Mark's biggest fan, to be abused by a BBC presenters. Where is my news story? Where is my news story? Oh no, sorry, you ain't got one. I had to offer truck drivers sweets. Oh my god, I got a story about truck drivers. Oh my god. When we first moved over here, I had to move a load of stuff over. Huge amount of stuff over. And I had a transit van and a 3.5 ton trailer. I don't know if I mentioned this story before. I might have done. But what happened was, this is on one trip. All happened on one trip. I was coming over on my Todd, loaded up with my van, and I was going back. Actually, it was empty. The van was. Oh, I was going back to the United Kingdom. That's it. Pick more stuff up. Anyway, on my way back, it was back. Yeah, it makes sense. It was the way back. Anyway, I was going back. Okay. I went into an air. You know that you get the services on the side of the road, right? So I went in there. Went to the toilet. And this French guy, he came up to me in the toilet. Into the toilet, I tell you. Yeah. I was like that, you know. At the time, my French was even worse than it is now. So then he comes up to me and he starts shouting something at me. I didn't know what a blowjob was. Big gonflob or something. I don't know. Anyway, and he started following me. And I turned around and looked at him in the middle of this car park. And he started doing the gesture. You know, the gesture. Would I get struck off for that? Oh, I can't do the gesture. Anyway, anyway, you know the gesture. Yeah, fingers maybe pushing his cheek out. That kind of gesture. Oh, no! And I went. And then I got to the Calais, waiting for the ferry. You know, in the lines with the vehicles and that. And the sliding door was open. The van was empty because just just dropped loose stuff off in where we're here. And I was laying on the bed in the back because we had like drop down bed next. We used to use it as a little bit of a camping car, and I haven't got that van anymore. But anyway, it's a good van. That was a Transit with a 2.4 Duratorque engine. That's a really good van. But anyway, I was laying in there, and this guy come up to me and he showed me money. I go under the bed. Yeah, right. I'm not getting caught out with that one. Flipping out, I'm going to jail on that, and just flip my bought my house. I was about to move in France. I don't need that. Ship me right out. So I slid the door. No! And slid the door. And he started knocking on the door. I just ignored him. And he went away. Oh, it's Bennett. Maybe hanging on the axles underneath like that, wasn't he? Sort of that, I don't know, duct tape himself to the bottom of the van, maybe. Blimey. Anyway, that's one story. Surely it must be Alan Carr or Graham Norton. Allegedly, don't know. Maybe get great. Oh, could be. Alan Carr, maybe. Thanks for that, Kool-Aid. More Marcus doing dogging adventures. Talking about dogs. Don't we talk about? Here we go. Oh, we got Pandora. You got to try. Let me just drop it in your mouth. Okay. All right. Now do I know? Yeah. There you go. Oh, broken. What? At least he tries. Right. Where are we? So we don't know what's going on there yet, do we? No, not yet. No. Okay, we'll come up to 2 hours, but I want to do this one now. This will be the last one we do. It's a market hour, you see. Yeah, I tried to keep it an hour, but it's impossible. I don't know how you can do an hour. You can't. I can't. No, can't cover enough. No, I'm going to go live tomorrow as well. Oh, I've got a question actually. I was thinking about moving the Sunday one to lunchtime. Just get different time of day. The only thing is obviously I feel a bit guilty because of gingers and what have you. But I was going to add some more lives in. My videos are doing terrible, so it doesn't really matter, does it? Right. We need more EU workers, according to this geezer. Him. George Useless. Oh, don't he look happy with himself? Oh, look at me. Ain't I sweet? Oh, butter wouldn't melt in my mouth. Well, he says, I think he's coming around maybe, but he's a Brexiter, which is kind of like he's kind of going against what he campaigned for. And he's one of the numpties who turned his back, he turned his back on the ode of joy in the EU. Did he? Oh, God. Well, he says now that we need more EU workers. Okay, well, that's a bit of a turnaround, isn't it? Wish you said it before. Maybe you shouldn't have voted for Brexit. It's not the Brexit I voted for. It's not this version of Brexit. It's not Brexit that's failed. It's how Brexit's been implemented has failed. Oh, who was that, do you reckon? Oh, I wonder who that said that. No? Yeah? Yeah? No? I'm wondering if I got the clip now. Can't remember that. I don't think so. I ain't got it on there. Oh, damn. That would have been funny. Ain't Brexit that's failed. It's how we've implemented Brexit. That's what's failed. Well, old George Useless is saying that we need more people. No shit, Sherlock. Yeah. Otherwise, the farmers aren't going to be able to get the, well...
From farm to fork, or we could all starve.
We're all going to starve. Jeff Taylor, the Undertaker, said that. Yeah. Well. Oh, dear me. Oh, take care. Good night, number 3. Look after yourself, mate, won't you? And keep up with our videos. Keep pressing record, and we'll keep watching them. So, yeah. Give number 3 some love. Give him some subscribes to help us channel and that. You will need to film my next 3 weeks of live streams tonight, Marcus. Don't let me down. I can't get a 9-hour stream. It should suffice. Do it. Oh, I did talk about doing a 24-hour or something. It'd be a bit mad. I don't know if I could do it. I think I would be literally half dead. I've done 7 hours. I did a 7-hour stream. Yeah, but it's a killer, I'll tell you. It is intensely tiring doing this. It really is. Because you're constant. You've got to keep moving all the while. I can't just kind of snooze. Actually, no, Boris Johnson did that, didn't he? Yeah. What was that man, eh? Well, there we go. Right. Oh, something I forgot. Well, we haven't done. Yeah. Before I carry on, I think we need. Here you go, Mad Dunk. We've got to have the token kid. The token spinning top. I love this little kid. He's a dude. You spin me right round, baby, right round. Right, okay. So what did he say? Oh dear. George Useless. What did he say? Well, apparently he's a leading Tory Brexiter. Leading. Well, he has called on ministers to reopen the UK's borders to tens of thousands of young workers from the EU nations in order to tackle the acute post-Brexit labour shortages that he says are driving up inflation. Now, how many times have I said that? Why the hell are we pushing up flipping interest rates if it's because we need people? How many times have I said that in my videos? Supply side shock. Anyone else said that? Adam Posson, the Peterson Institute. He warned us this was going to happen. And it has. Oh, he's slapping with a wet
kipper.
But he does. Well, in an extraordinary admission of the failures of immigration policy since the UK left the EU, the former Tory Environment Minister, George Useless, although he's better than Theresa Coffey, to be fair, said that Richie Sunak's government should be... hang on. Didn't not Richie Sunak, probably Richie Sunak as well, but George Useless, didn't he send a letter and got his dates all mixed up about fishing? Trying to tell him that, live bivalve mollusk, you can get, no problem at all going into the EU. And then shifted his dates about on his letters, or something went on there. Yeah, basically, he shot himself in the... Well, made himself look stupid. Because he is. And besides... He warned us this was going to happen. They don't want your I forgot what it's called now. Like a colodic. Okay, for oysters and mussels. They basically stick them in these tanks and they have to be like circulated all the fluids and stuff and basically clean them out. Got nothing in their stomachs. Yeah, so they start dying them because they're starving to death basically. But yeah, lovely, isn't it? No. Anyway, they can't get him out to into the EU unless from the Class A waters. But has the UK got any Class A waters anymore? Who's doing the testing now? Well, anyway, George Useless is certainly that. So, Oh, so it's an extraordinary admission, apparently. Oh, God, so annoying. It actually makes me angry, if I'm not honest about it. It really does. They force this on everybody, and it's like, now they're saying, oh, there's problems. Oh, but yeah. So how are they going again? That's how it implemented Brexit. Oh, God. It's the problem. And Widdicombe. God, man, another one needs to slap him with a whip.
Kipper.
That she does. Bloggers. Well. Yeah. Anyway, where was I after that? Well, George Eustace said that Rishi Sunak's government should begin bilateral negotiations with the EU nations immediately with the view of offering young Europeans under 35 the right to do 2-year visas to work in the country. The Eustace who was Secretary of State for the Environment, Food and Rural Affairs under Alexander Boris Johnson, who happened to also be
Kipper.
That he is. Actually, it's more like that.
Kipper. Kipper.
Yeah. Okay. We've finished now. All right. Anyway, so for 2 years in the same EU member states in which the deals were struck. So where are we going? I've skipped. Much needed post Brexit. We need much. Get my worms out. What's happened there? Anyway, Eustace also this. Oh God, in Bennett, I'm getting all tongue tied. Well, Eustace. What's one name? Who was Secretary of State for the Environment, Food and Rural Affairs under Boris Johnson, and said that the deals should be reciprocal so that young UK citizens under 35 would be able to live and work for 2 years in the same EU member states which the deals were struck. And this, he said, would be part of a much-needed post-Brexit reconciliation with our European neighbours. I'm sorry, but if you're talking about farming and what have you, and fruit picking and stuff like that, why do we need UK workers, English workers, whatever way you look to put it, in the EU? To be fair, actually, we are short people as well. But it's no good us getting them from the UK, is it? No, it's not going to help the UK, is it? Anyway, speaking exclusively to the Observer, Eustace, who is leaving Parliament in the next general election, yes! Celebrate, was highly critical of the Home Office, saying its skills-based immigration rules were failing the country on many levels. God, Bennett. Well, referring to his list of professions allowed to work here, he said that the flaws in our current so-called skills-based immigration system are becoming clearer by the day, and because we have got a policy that does not correspond to the needs of our economy. Oh, God's sake. This is just so obvious. Well, we are allowing in people who are deemed skilled, such as lawyers, insolvency practitioners, museum officers, even disc jockeys, when we, have no shortages whatsoever in those sectors. But we're not allowing people to come here to work in sectors like the food industry, even though there's acute labour shortages in these sectors. And that is contributing to inflation. No shit, Sherlock. Well, so that is the big problem. My proposal is that we commence bilateral negotiations with the EU member states, starting with countries like Bulgaria, Romania and the Baltic states, and widen it to the whole of the EU eventually, to establish a reciprocal youth mobility visa scheme. Now, asked if the labour shortages and resulting inflationary pressures had been caused by Brexit, Eustace said, I think we have to stop seeing everything through the prism of Brexit. Well, you would say that, wouldn't you? Well, he said this isn't because of Brexit. Oh, my God. These people. This isn't because of Brexit. Oh, God, this is an Anne Widdecombe line. It's not because of Brexit. It's how we've implicated Brexit. Oh, God. It's a failure of the post-Brexit immigration policy, which is brought there because of Brexit. For God's sake. These people are painful. Oh, dear me. Oh, God. Poor Broom. Broom, broom, broom. Oh, the sharp end, Larry. Behave now. Oh, I can sum it up in 3 words. Well, you got a slogan? You got a 3-word slogan there? I think you're probably right. Oh, who said that? Oh, crikey. Dominic Cummings said that. He literally said that. We are fucked. It's not even funny, but hey-oh, say the V. Oh. Oh, crikey. So all those who are pretty much saying that it's shit, but yet they're saying it's not Brexit, even though it wouldn't be there unless we had Brexit. We had flipping Badenoch, whatever her name is, saying the other day about Spoto Santra or something, trying to make out it wasn't because of Brexit. Oh, but it's not because of Brexit. What? Huh? Only reason this stuff is brought in is because of Brexit. Pass the Vaseline, says Therese. Stop it now. This is getting very silly. No. It's... I don't know what to think anymore. I really don't know what to think anymore. This has just gone stupid. Or stupider. Stupid is as stupid does. Oh, a very wise man said that. Old Forrest Gump. Oh, God. Get shrimp boat. Baba. Or Bobber. Bobber. Baba. Baba? I can't remember now. This is just nuts. This is just getting absolutely nuts. So where are the benefits of Brexit? Where are the things that are supposed to make us all feel good and warm and fuzzy inside? No, we all feel like we're flipping suffering. And yes, they'll tell us that's because of war in Ukraine and the price of sunflower oil. And, well, the pandemic. Of course these are factors. The thing that we have that no other country has got is this flipping Brexit. The one thing that's clearly because of Brexit, because of immigration rules, is the thing that's crippling us. We had shortages before the pandemic, and it's just exasperated. Where have all these people gone? Oh, I'll tell you where they're gone. They've left the country. Many of them said, we're not welcome here anymore. We're off. Ta-ra. Arrgh! Well, it's just crazy. The whole thing's just getting crazy. And they're jumping through hoops at the moment, or doing what, oh, crikey, treading on something, to try and actually convince people that Brexit isn't a failure. It's clearly a failure. It's an utter failure. Even the farmers are coming out now and saying, well, actually, I think we need to rejoin the European Union, or at the very least, the Customs Union, or something like that. I read today. That was a column. Actually, the video about it earlier. It was a column in the Farmers Weekly. Oh, it's nuts! Absolutely nuts. Well, life is like a box of Teresa Coffee chocolates, like Barry White and Lionel Richie. Oh, lovely. That's a vision. Well, I would joy. These Therese and Broom, oh my giddy aunt, smoking a cigar, and Therese says, "You were great," like that. Yeah. I don't know if she has. Yeah, because she's not married. Is she? Therese Coffey's not married. I don't know if she's dating. I think somebody said she was lesbian. I don't know. She might be. So what? But you know. George, my pick. I have heard politicians here laugh about this comedy. Yeah, well, in Portugal, everyone's laughing at us in the UK. They think you lot have really screwed yourselves, and it's going to get worse. And it really frightens me, actually, in many ways. Now, my son has just got an offer on his house. It's only $2,500 under his asking price, so he's happy. So, yeah, well, to be fair, actually, they originally offered like 24, then he said 29, then they split the difference to, 232,050 or something, or 500 or whatever it is. But anyway, he's got a buyer. Well, okay, if he buys a house, but he's talking about buying a property now because he's got he's got nowhere else to go and what have you, and so he needs a house. The likelihood is he'll stay in the house for a period of time. He's not one for moving. But if he does it, he can lose all his equity in his house. All the money that's been saved up in the value of the property as its accrued value, that'll be lost. And obviously for him, that's not going to be very helpful. But as things stand, and when I read at the moment, various economists saying that the Bank of England's likely to push interest rates up to 7% base rate. A few other economists are saying it's going to be near 8%. That is game over for the property market. That'd be a property crash, because the fixed rate terms for 2 and 5 year mortgages, they're going to be way over 8%, if not 9%. Who can sustain that when they're renewing their mortgage? Their fixed rate mortgage. Who can actually afford that? Nobody. Well, not many people. Now, some people say, "Oh, I know I mentioned this before, but when I bought my house, inflation was this, interest rates were that, but the houses were cheap." When you're at the top of the market, there were a lot of money. So there's a lot of money to lose. And me and their missus was kind of working. I mentioned this before actually. We're kind of working out in our heads that when she was bought her first house, it was 17,000, and at the time the average wage was around £8,000 at the time, and generally the properties were about 2,000, twice your annual wage. It's the kind of the value of the properties at the time. Yeah, of the average annual wage, not your average annual wage. But when you consider the average annual wage now is 30,000, you'd assume that for a single person, the property would be around 60,000. I know it don't work accurately that way, obviously, but but now it seems even if it's a couple with 2 sets of wages, that'd be £120,000. Still not enough to buy a house. So it's just nuts. It's just the whole property market is inflated. It's just. A fly just bounced on me. Ooh, how dare it! Well, yeah, it's become unsustainable, and I think it's gonna crash. I really do, and I think it's gonna be worse than 2008. Because what will happen is the UK's economy is going to crash while all the other countries are pushing forwards. But this will hit. It will hit the EU as well, because of knock-on effects. They do trade with the UK still, so it won't be very helpful. But what will be helpful for all those with money they'll just come into the United Kingdom and gobble up all the repossessions, all the cheap properties that nobody, they could probably sell, but no one can get mortgages, so it'll be cash buyers. So that's what happens every time, happens every time. And what will happen is also you'll get these individuals. They'll set up if they haven't already got them, they'll set up asset holding companies, or put property into their asset holding companies, and literally just sit on those properties. They can sell those properties. They make a huge amount of profit on those properties because they bought low. The price eventually go up. It might be 10 years' time. And then they sell those properties and they pay no tax, no capital gains tax. It's ring fence for foreigners. Yeah, it's not ring fence for you if you have an asset holding company. Now, David Cameron got rid of that. Like he got rid of the free ports. For all his ills, he did do some good things. He even was very kind to a pig, apparently. Very, caress. But anyway, but for God's sake, I wonder if that's true. I got a blowjob for pickles. Something I don't know. I don't know details of it. But something weird went on. There it was. Tice's missus that said it. Isabel Oakeshott. Yeah, what a name. But so yeah, we'll probably just get gobbled up, and we have, it would be even more privatisation, meaning more rentals and less privately owned houses. So the dream of being able to own your own home is, even though the properties are going to be cheaper for now, or maybe 6 months, maybe a year, even though you'll see the crash. That's frightening. Frightens me. Frightens out of me because it affects everything, doesn't it? You see, everything's based around the economy for the country is all based on property, because that's where our assets are. That's where the money's held, effectively. But no, we'll just offshore it all, shall we? Port markets, okay.
In December, I'll be in Beijing, opening up new pork markets.
91 Lee says, nothing works, rip all up and start again. We do kind of need a reset. There might be a blessing in disguise. It'll be blooming tough while it happens. A lot of people will end up losing their homes, which is really horrible. Especially families and stuff like that. But it's kind of what we need. We need a reset and a rethink. The problem is the people in charge won't do what needs to be done. They won't legislate to prevent these people from making these ghastly profits or shipping out money basically out of the country. Maybe these people who actually invest in the country aren't allowed to take the money out of the country. Maybe that's what stuff that could be done. That one never gets old. What's the one with the apples as well? I need to do the apple one. Did you? Ooh, what was Mark's fix? I cannot believe the Labour supporters fall for it. Sure, Labour's better than the Tories, but ask questions at least. That's a really valid point. You know, it's their best bet at the moment, I suppose. Yeah, for England, that is, obviously. But what choice have we got? You know, I've whinged and moaned about Keir Starmer. He really peed me off several times, to be honest. I made that video, didn't I? And, I kind of got a bit slated for it. But really annoyed me. I don't want to vote Labour. I really don't. I want to vote Green. That's kind of where my heart lies. You know, gotta think about my grandchildren, you see. What good is having a house to live in? What's good owning a car to drive? What's the good of having expensive food? Yeah, really nice quality food and stuff like that. If, quite frankly, you can't even live in the environment that you want to eat it, or drive in it, or live in it. You know? I just worry for my children's future. And everybody, to be fair. You know? Because it ain't looking good. Like someone mentioned earlier about the Nord Stream. Nord Stream, what I'm talking about? The Thermally, what's it? Gulfstream? I don't know. That's an aeroplane, isn't it? Oh, dear. Reminds me of the Jam intro, yeah. Oh, the piggy diddler. We won't even meet the entry requirements. I know you're talking about what the EU, or you're talking about Scotland independence. Would it meet the entry requirements? It'll be a long way off. Long way off. There's no quick fix. There isn't no quick fix. There's no just rejoining the EU. It will take a huge amount of negotiation and some massive changes. This government is basically made us, well, not very appealing. Whether it be for these bills or, you know, human rights especially. I think they're a bit tired of us as well, to be honest. I do believe, though, the European Union would want the UK to rejoin, but there ain't going to be no preferential treatment. You know, if you want to rejoin, you rejoin and have full commitment. You know. I'd be up for that, I would. Oh, that's only EU army. Handy wank, or crafty wank, that's it. Oh dear. Until Brexit is identified as the evil, yeah, I've said that before, haven't I, loads of times, and it's just you've got to know where the pain is coming from before you can actually fix it, haven't you? You know, if you've got a broken bone, you don't, you know, in your left arm, you don't want to be having a look in your right arm, do you? So try and fix it. So yeah, until Brexit's identified as the evil, it is. We will never resolve the problem, though. Definitely not. And if this country needs more pain to realise that fact, we'll then bring on more pain. I think that's where we're heading. You know, this is going to be like it's like death of 1,000 cuts, right? It's going to be drip, 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 or slice, 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 slice. It's going to take a while, but it's heading that way, isn't it? And it's a worry, and it's just something we're going to have to deal with. First step, though, get the Tories out. Make sure they never get back in. But I do worry, though, that Labour's going to end up with too much of a majority. I know in the polls, Tories have kind of they're slimmed the lead a little bit at the moment, only by a touch. Sort of Richie Sunak's calmness and his glazed expression. Whatever that's all about, I don't know. Strange little man. Yeah. The thing is, no one. I really don't understand is why isn't anybody drawing him over the coals regarding, you know, his behaviour regarding corruption? It's for everyone to see. It's there. It's nuts. A mistake is only a mistake when you do not realise it is a mistake and correct it. Marcus Aurelius. There is a Roman mog. Should quote. But he's a he's a Latin illiterate. So am I. Oh my giddy aunt. Jacob Rees-Mogg. It may be easy to get back into EU, but I'm not sure the EU would have the UK back. I think it'd have the UK back, but it'll take a very long time. We'd have to prove ourselves. Because the whole point about the EU, I suppose, is it's open to everybody, providing you fit the bill. Providing that, you accept the EU for what it is. It's a protectionist racket. It's there to protect the people. Oh, how dare it! God's sake. EU has more to worry about than the UK rejoining. Well, they're not talking about it at the moment, are they? Barely is a mention. If you speak to any French people around here, they've forgotten. They think Brexit's done. That's the end of it. They're not interested in that. They're not interested in Brexit at all. No, not our locals anyway. The drip tuned into a leak, which isn't far from being a burst pipe. Yes, like Thames water. Oh, Mark's the biggest fan. Says Starmer was shouted down by two of the most polite and timid protesters ever, and never spoke to them after, as promised. He's losing the youth vote. Didn't he speak to somebody a couple of days ago though? Didn't maybe because he got criticised. Might be why he did it. Yeah. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of Starmer. I was glad when he got in, but then I was disappointed. So he wasn't what I was hoping for. So, well, obviously make Brexit work. That's a load of bollocks. There is no making Brexit work. There really isn't. All there is mitigation. Is trying to put a sticky plaster on top of a sticky plaster, and every time it keeps, like someone saying about a leaking pipe. It's kind of what it's like. It's Now, someone mentioned in one of my comments, because I do read the comments, but you probably already know, on one of my videos about somebody who keeps making the same mistake again and again and again and again. That's kind of what we're doing. It's like the Bank of England governor. The monetary policy and all that, and increasing interest rates. It's not working. Stand back and have a look. Is it making a difference? You might say to yourself, well, might not be enough yet. But it would have made a difference. We would have seen something happen. But nothing. Because the supply side shock. It's not what they try and tell us it is. No, but they're not going to admit it, are they? Because that's admitting that their Brexit's failed. Even Nigel Farage is admitting that Brexit's failed. Hello, Jambo. Is there someone Jambo? Bonsoir, Jambo. Evening all. Hello, Hammer. IDI. Hamna taboo. Turd polishing. Oh, that's all they're doing. Sticky plasters. It's just a problem arises. Just how can we hide that problem? It's not even about fixing the problem, is it? It's how do we hide the problem? Well, a student said, "Excuse me, Keir." He couldn't have been more polite. He just wanted to know why a commitment to a greener future wasn't in the Labour mission list. Well, they did have the 28 odd billion, but then he's kind of retracted from that now, haven't they? But to be fair to them, it would be in borrowing, and it doesn't look like the economy is going to be in a fit state to be able to borrow anything. The gilts are going right through them. It's 4.8% they're paying for borrowing at the moment. It's costing $9 billion a month just for borrowing. You can't keep increasing that. You get to a point where you haven't got enough money coming in to cover your costs. So then you have borrowing to pay for your borrowing, which I don't know if it still is, but it used to be illegal. It's nuts. A student said, "Excuse." Oh, yeah, done that already. But yeah, that's. Oh, so he ignored him. Did he? Didn't actually speak to him, or he promised he would, but he didn't. Crikey. That's not very good. That's not a good look, is it? Not be friends with Labour and what have you. Kind of. You need to bring on that vote. Or you start bleeding votes to the Greens, maybe, or even the Lib Dems. Or SNP, if you're in Scotland, that is. Well, the interest rates were increased a year too late. Yes, Sir Larry the Cat, you aren't wrong. You are not wrong. That might have had a difference before the Brexit shit started really kicking in. With the... That was oh, who was it again? Andy Haldane. Andy Haldane. I made videos about this before, actually, a long time ago. You know, in this channel's infancy. I think I was in a place called Yerry La Perche at the time, and I made some videos. And the guy's name is Andy Haldane. He used to be a Bank of England economist. He used to have a nickname. I can't remember what it is. He was a bit of a hard hitter in the Bank of England. Anyway, he fell out with Andrew Bailey over monetary policy and over the fact he said back then, this is actually 2 years ago, he said we needed to start increasing interest rates now. That's what he said. And they just basically shouted down, I suppose, and dismissed. And he says this is ridiculous, and he left. And he left that autumn. So that's Andy Haldane said that. Well, he said that about 2 years ago. I suppose the time it would be implemented would be probably about a year, wouldn't it, before they... Yeah. The thing is, I don't think that would help with the supply side shock, though. But we wouldn't have been in such a bad place. But no, let's buy more bonds instead, because that's all Andrew Bailey was interested in, is buying more and more bonds. Although it was quite helpful when the lettuce... Sorry.
That is a disgrace.
I know. Yeah. Having all those bonds allowed us to sell the bonds so we could actually... well, I think about 20 odd billion in bonds they sold to pull us out of this shit. Yeah. And then it's always, it wasn't as bad as they tried to make out it was it? No. It cost us 20 billion in bonds. Of course it's flipping bad. For God's sake. What's happened to that 37 billion? Where's that gone? Oh, we don't know. Dido hard on. Oh, my giddy aunt, these people. They're really taking the piss out of you. And me, and every bugger, to be fair. Yeah. Hello, Jim Toy. Things were rather different in a great-grandfather's day. He just put a chain around their ankles and made them work for no pay. Is that a limerick? Oh dear. God, chain gangs and stuff. It's nuts. He took everything they owned and yet still demanded more. He did a bloody good job in taming the poor. That's limerick, isn't it? It's a poem. It's a rhyme. Well, we've got another like Steve Rhymes. So where's Top Smoke? Have you done any more? Any more limericks? Top Smoke. Have I missed any? Oh, I got yeah. Oh no, 90 grand. That's right. Liz Truss got paid £90,000 to speak in Taiwan. 90 grand. Nuts. Why would anyone want to listen to her? I'll use as an example. Don't do this. The English have a sour taste. Oh, the English have left a sour taste on the Czechs in Prague. They are sick of the stag do crowds and drunk lads, and they don't want to make it easier for them to come. Oh, are they putting in Steve McGowan? Are they putting in provisions now, or not restrictions, like they're doing in many other? It's not just for the Brits, to be fair. It seems to be aimed at young Brits coming over and wanting a bit of a jolly and getting drunk and what have you, and they want a bit of a and yeah. Oh, they were the days. Not for me though, because I met the missus. I was 18 years old and 4 kids. Yeah, blimey. Ain't wrong though. We're still together. We have our ups and downs like any relationship, but we're still together. She's a sweet girl, really. To be fair. The Byline Times have some good articles recently. They do some really good articles. To be fair, they're quite long, some of them, but they're really good. I'm not so keen on their videos. A bit kind of, I don't know, champagne socialist for me. That's just not my cup of tea. They're good, but it's just a bit kind of hoity-toity. You know what I mean? I'm not really into that. No. A bit kind of like left-wing Jake Rees-Moggs. Fish exporter with Brexit regret. Oh, is there? Is a fish exporter? Oh, my giddy aunt. What about the... what is his name? He was an advocate for Brexit, he was. Oh, God, what was his name? The fish exporter. At least he admitted it. Brexit regret. That's good type. Good search. Yeah, at least he did admit that he cocked up, basically. What was his name again? Oh, in the Byline Times. Got one here in the Byline Times. I was taken along on a ride. Fishing merchants regret after voting leave after Brexit ruins the business almost overnight. There's also that guy that Nigel Farage used in his videos to promote his Brexit. I just want my Brexit. There's got the guy with the glass eels. His business is destroyed. Pretty much destroyed, idiot. Well, oh, that is him. Ian Perks, that's the one. Ian Perks. Yeah. Oh dear. But fair due to the guy, he admits he's made a mistake and he would vote to remain if he had another chance. He went screwed his business, the costs have gone through the roof, and that's just a battle. I might do a bit more research on him actually, because it'd be quite interesting. And the glass eagle geezer. You also got oh, he's not a Brexiter, mind. What's it called again? Cheshire Cheese Company. What's his name? Stuart something. Oh, can't remember now. That comes to me. I have referred to him quite a bit in the past. So arriving in the Devon town of Brixamus, Storm Christoph first begins to batter the UK. What's that story? It's hard not to notice the opposite weather. Painted rows of houses shrouded in mist stare bleakly out into the channel, while below them a usually lively harbour sits airily dormant, almost lifeless. So yeah, Ian Perks is a fish merchant whose business relies almost entirely on exports to Europe. Remember, he voted for Brexit. Seems he's defeated as he meets us outside. This was back in 2021, so it'll be interesting what he's doing now. And now, obviously, COVID screwed him, or not. We shelter under canopy to record the... I'll get in very blah, 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 blah. Since the UK left the European Union with a last-minute trade deal in December, for which one individual... Oh, my God, she couldn't even be bothered to read it. She's too busy doing the nativity. Plonker. Crikey, these people. They're painful, aren't they? They really are painful. Well, his business was brought to its knees almost overnight. And as of January, when he was interviewed, Ian Perks, he has yet to send a consignment out to Europe. I think he is now, but it's very expensive. Now, if I could turn back the clock, I would have voted... Oh, if I could turn back the clock, would I have voted leave? Of course not. He says with clarity that feels surprisingly honest. I think me and many others have made a mistake, he said. That's this guy here. He was an advocate for it. He was one of the ones that's going on about how Great Britain is and stuff like that. So, oh, well, you know, we're Great Britain. We can do this, we can do that because we've got Great Britain. And then he's, felt the pinch. Crippled his business. Poor old Ian Perks. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear.
Don't be a blonde crawl, Rodney.
He can't help it. Well, Brexit regret. Do. We need no royals, that we don't. Oh. Gordon Bennett. Gordon Bennett. Gordon Bennett. Blimey. Yeah, they do have some good articles. So Larry the Cat. Portugal went through a similar problem in 1974. And it only ended in the mid-80s when we started the process to join the European Union. Yeah. Oh, scroll down, all the way up there. Oh, hello, Alistair. I'm here. I hope you're well, my friend. Do. Well, a man has to answer for his decisions that he does. Oh, well, never mind. What happens, isn't it? A huge mistake, though. He's not the only one. So many businesses have really screwed themselves. Farmers all screwed themselves. And now they're crying in their cornflakes. What, Wally? Yeah, he's got a cough. And everyone should have known the consequences of Brexit because they were told. They were told by experts. But then you have the likes of, Michael Cokehead Gove. Don't listen to the experts. We're bored of the experts. Oh, dear. Yeah, my aunt says he was not the same person when he came back. Oh, Joe. Hello there. Vipex says, Joe may ask, yeah, my aunt says he was not the same person when he came back. Panic stations when fire, oh my god, went off and would jump under the tables, even cars on the street. Horrible times. Oh, blimey. You talking about, what are you doing, Wally? Oh, Wally's trying to find a stray treat that happens to be underneath the sofa. At the back. He's doing something at the back there. Can you see him? Behind the solitaire. Trying to find something. He obviously knows something's got underneath the sofa. Oh, you got it! Oh, and Kate Morgan, the pig farmer. Well, oh, cheers, buddy. George Eustace, wasn't he a pig farmer? I think so. Maybe he lent a pig to.
You have accepted the truth.
David Cameron, maybe. Alistair Duncan, cheers, my buddy. Was a waste of money. Not my king, sausage fingers, to look at Scottish crown. Love the chance. Not my king. Yeah. I'll tell you what, though, mate. You know, you shared some stuff on Twitter regarding, why isn't there no sound? Why is there no sound? Well, when I heard the ones with the sound, it was selective. You could hear the guns, you could hear other people talking and stuff, but you couldn't hear the crowd. They omitted the recording, you know, because obviously they're recording different bits, you see. They omitted the recording from the crowd, so you couldn't hear it in some of the video clips. And other ones, there was no sound at all. So, I wonder why that was. With all those yellow posters everywhere. Not my king, not my king. Not, was it the one that's set up by those campaigners, protesters, Republicans. Yeah. Not my king. Oh, it was funny to watch. But the thing is, you are right. He's just had a coronation, cost a huge amount of money, for which the taxpayers probably had to pay for. And then he goes up there to get the Scottish Royal Jewels or something. Pomp. Oh, it is right. Yeah, cheers, Stan. But it's, yeah, definitely selective. They obviously edited out the they obviously didn't record as different soundtracks, and they've took one out. Oh, Portuguese, Goa, India, and Joa. Oh, Joao. Oh, dear. We're talking about the Portuguese colonial wars, Marks. Oh, okay. When was that? When was the Portuguese colonial wars? So I was getting a bit lost, I was. Shell shocked. Says who's Zebediah. Do. Hello, Raina. Hope well. Bonsoir. Oh. It's very late, my friend, he says. Oh, very late for me. Do. En français. You know, funny how the Yellowhammer report said this would happen. Yeah. It's funny about the Pandora Papers. What's happened about that? What's funny about the Russia report? What's happened about that? It's funny about all these flipping reports that, we'll do a report and nothing happens. Apart from obviously one of the bit of Partygate. Something kind of happened there, but really it will be locked up if you ask me. But yeah, they were told. Didn't they actually end up calling it something else in the end? Oh. Said this would happen. The only thing that has not is civil unrest yet. I think we're ahead for it. I think we will. If Labour when they get in, maybe it won't. I don't know. maybe some people have a bit of hope again, maybe. But Labour's going to be able to improve stuff, but they ain't going to solve the issues. They just can't. No. But it will get better. It will be definitely. I've got no doubt it's going to be better under Labour. In my mind, anyway. I might be wrong. Who knows? To be fair, actually, a lot is going to be kicking in when Labour gets into power, and they'll get blamed for it by the Tories, won't they? Right. He's not my king, and he wasn't. It wasn't a coronation. Didn't swear to the Scottish people. As we are sovereign. Aha. Oh, cheers for that, Alistair. Yeah, that's interesting. So he's not he's not King of Scotland. It wasn't a coronation. He didn't swear to the Scottish people, as we are sovereign. Lucky bastards. Hopefully one day he'll be even more sovereign. The Portuguese colonial war started in the late 50s and ended in 74. Blimey. You don't realise this stuff. Because obviously for me, it wasn't really ever, in my schooling. Just so much stuff has gone on. You don't realise it, do you know what I mean? Because I haven't really paid attention to this stuff really since, just before Brexit, I suppose. He hasn't swore the necessary oath to become the King of Scots, by the way. Oh, he hasn't. So he's not the King of Scots. Oh, okay. You might think he is, but he's probably not. Anything going on at Dover since the school halls? Ooh, that's a good point. Has it just started yet? Have the school halls started yet? I think it is, isn't it? Oh. Okay, let's put it on this one. Wrong mouse. I'm using two computers. Alright, okay. It has been quiet on it, but maybe it shouldn't have been. It's not horrendous, so oh god, there's quite a lot there. Go back, agree. Go back. Right. That's on the sky as well. Right, okay. There are queues up to 2 hours at Dover, which is a bit long, but not as bad as it has been. But it's only just started, isn't it? And this was yesterday. Oh, it says a day ago. It says a day ago. I'm losing my voice here. Well, queues up to 2 hours at Dover as travellers start the summer getaways. So Dover tap scheme has been put into place. Oh, that's okay. So obviously it's quite severe. For the day, which means lorries are required to remain in the left lane. God, I wouldn't want to be a lorry driver in this heat, would you? They're going, I know they've got aircon and that. Hey, Wally, I know you're whining. Hey, boy. So traffic can flow freely elsewhere or face a fine. Oh dear. That looks pretty busy to me. But how far does it tail back? So holidaymakers and freight drivers are facing frustration at the Port of Dover, with queues taking hours to clear. Checks by the French border guards are taking up to 90 minutes to process car. 90 minutes? Blimey. Taking up to 90 minutes. Up to 90 minutes? What, for one car? Or that's just the delay? Just the delay, innit? So as soon as it started, so the thing is, they would have mitigated a lot of stuff from hopefully they'd have learnt from before. So obviously that was shit. That was like 14 hours, wasn't it, in coaches? Well, in a message to waiting passengers, the port said today is already proving a popular travel day at Dover, and the port is busy processing strong volumes of tourist traffic. Now, to be fair, was it Doug Bannister? I think it's Doug Bannister. He's the top guy at the Port of Dover, and he did say it was because of Brexit, basically, because of passport checking and what have you. What's that, Waldo? What are you doing there? What's he doing there? Oh, what's that? What are you doing there? What's that? Movie? No? You're movie? What are you doing? There's something there. Oh, Danny! You know, dogs are demanding. They really are. Sovereignty, says Joel. Do. Mad Monk. I am on the naughty step then, mate. Oh, dear. Asacare. As Care. I was going to send you to the doghouse for being late. But I've had a couple of beers, so I can't be asked. Oh, don't forget, boop the old like button. It's very much appreciated, you know. And it is. Likes. Need likes on the channel. Don't know how many I got. Have I got that many likes? I keep forgetting. Oh, I got 59 likes. That's cool. So, yeah, the rotting food gets through straight through from the other side, right? Yeah, the rotting food. And chickens with salmonella. I couldn't believe that I read that. That's fact. It's on lots of sites, and also but it's been recalled. And also, who was again? It was Iceland, Asda, and another one. Was it Waitrose or something? Getting their chickens from Poland, which generally wouldn't be a problem. But unfortunately, you know, they decided to send the UK all the crap, all the stuff they can't use. It's just nuts. Oh dear. That's Brexit for you, isn't it? You've got no seat at the table, so nobody blinking cares. Yes, our 25th of April 74 should stand as an example to all oppressed peoples on how to take their future into their own hands. The perfect bloodless assertion of a popular revolution. That's what we need in the UK. I'm afraid, though, I don't think people are up for it. They're too suppressed now. They're lemons. Yeah. Sheeple. 20 bags of wine gums, but okay. Can I have one? Well, the worst came after, but the revolution was not very violent, but we got through it. Well, if things turned out for the better, it makes it worthwhile, doesn't it? We need a massive reset in the United Kingdom. For the good of all. Fortunately, you got the right wing. Maybe we need a purge. Like in that film, The Purge. One day a year, we can all go out with pitchforks and just get rid of people we don't like. No? Okay, maybe not. Do I take lodgers, says Mark's biggest fan. Yeah, we do. We've got Airbnb here. We didn't just put it back on, actually, so we had it off all the way over. I'll probably show you, actually. See if I can find it. I might have to log in, though, or anything. I don't know if I can do it on this computer. Okay, I'm going to have to log in. Because it's not going to recognise this computer. I don't want to do it by phone. I've got my phone here. Welcome to Airbnb. Continue with email. There you go. Switch to hosting. Oh, I've got more stuff on my profile. Okay. I don't want revelations. Move that over there so I can see. Listings.
So, you have accepted the truth.
Oh, I don't need that on there. I'll show you. I'll show you the room anyway. So if we go into the photos. Oh my god, naked pictures up there. That's the room. That doesn't have Wi-Fi written on the on the wall. quite a big room. I made that headboard, by the way, and that light. I like to use things. Anything, if I can use it. Oh, bubbles. Bubbles, bubbles, bubbles. Oh, there's Caroline. Oh, she's posing with her wine. Oh, dear. Yeah. And motorbikes. Oh, you gotta have your motorbikes. Oh, look at me. I look silly. My Transalp. And kayaking. Not obviously at the house. No. Brantome. There's a place called Brantome. It's brilliant. And this is the fete, which we have every single year. It's actually at the end of this month. So, yeah. So, yeah, we do. We've got an Airbnb. I'll leave a link in the WhatsApp later. Or I'll send it over to you if you're interested. But it'll be special for you. It'll be free. Right, here we go. Oh, not that bit. You don't want that bit. No, let's get rid of that. There you go. So, anyway. Got to go. Dogs need to do what dogs need to do. I can really appreciate that because they do generally need to do what they need to do when they want to do it, and they don't wait for you. No. Take care, Vincent. Thanks for coming, mate. And have a lovely weekend, wouldn't you? And I'll be live again tomorrow. I might do 2 tomorrow. I might have a go at doing a lunchtime one and just see. We need some more people, new people as well, different people, so we can try to make it a bit more interesting as well. So I'll probably do the usual tomorrow night, but also I might do one if I'm absolutely shattered. I might try and do an hour at lunchtime tomorrow, probably about 12 o'clock or something like that. Or I could do a pre-recorded brunch. Oh, that's like Sunday brunch. No, I won't do that. And put dodgy clips in where they don't need to be. Oh, did I say it loud? I think I did. Are you booked up? No, because we just put it back on again. Mark's the biggest fan. We just put it back on. So no, we're not booked up on there at all. And we just sorted out. We had to redo all our tax things for it because we had it off because of the pandemic, and there's a load of tax things we had to do. With the Mhairi and stuff. Anyway. Taxes, eh? It's that time of month as well. Got to pay my taxes in this month. Oh dear. No, we're not. We've got no bookings at all at the moment. Although we do have some family coming. So if you did want, if you have got some ideas, let me know so I can make sure it's not when my family's coming. Cotton 6-hitter and a lithium in the water. Oh, we get out. What's this? Where's this? Cotton 6-hitter. Colin. Oh, yeah. Stop smoke. We are taught from a young age that we're not worthy. Unfortunately, that is true. It's why we can never win a penalty shootout. You're not worthy. Dora, go on, girl. Look, I hear you. Panting at me for... There, baby girl. Have a little one. There you go. What, you and all, Wally? Oh, God's sake. What are they like, eh? Dogs, eh? That's what I'm saying. Dogs will do when they need to do it. Or something like that. No, Gingers, don't worry about it. Just come upstairs. You don't need to go to Airbnb. As long as we know when it's going to be, so it's not when our family's coming, so we can just sort of we work something out if not, do you know what I mean? But no, don't worry about that. Well, we are. Yes, don't go through the Airbnb. I'll leave a link so you can have a look, but don't go through the Airbnb. Just come upstairs. That'd be nice. I have to go. Done that one. Can you imagine all the freaks that will turn up? What you lot? Yeah, we can do a communal stream. Is breakfast included? Well, I can certainly make you breakfast. You ain't got to worry about that. We generally do breakfast as it's usually as an extra on the thingy, but call your friend. Don't worry about it. It's gonna say. I'm on the wine now. Oh, you better watch out. I might seriously start to whine soon. Oh dear. Well, I've got my wine over here. I've got some a little bit of Bordeaux. Yeah. It's not a young Bordeaux. It's the old Bordeaux. It's a bit of a young one. It's actually alright, to be fair. It was cheap. $1.99. It's actually quite nice as well. It's alright. So what I tend to do, what I do actually, I tend to when you get really cheap wine, I'll buy a few bottles and I'll just stick it out of the way. And the wine rack, it should be in the cellar down below, but it keeps flooding, so the bottles will float away. Oh, super chat. Did I miss a super chat, did I? Sorry, where was that? Oh, sorry, mate. Alston Care. Okay. Chat. Save the NHS. Vote to save the NHS as Tories want it gone. They do. Get ready for medical insurance, people. Yeah. Mainstream media broken the NHS. Yes. And how to fix it. General election. Vote to save it. Pretty much. What they're doing to it. Did anyone see Dale Vince on Question Time? He's the I think he's an ecotricity geezer. Anyway, he donates to Labour, but also he's obviously been criticised. He also votes to the Stop Oil protesters. You know, he's an eco warrior. But my God, that guy is so articulate, and he speaks really calmly, really clearly, gets his point across. It's just you can understand what he's trying to tell you, and it's obviously got his heart in it, and he supports Labour because he wants to get the Tories out, plain and simple. That's the first priority. So he gave them quite a bit of money. He gave Keir Starmer a fair bit of money, and Lorraine apparently a load of money. But so what? The Tories are getting money from Russians. I'm sorry, but where's this key says he's an eco warrior. He wants to, save the planet so our kids' faces don't burn off, and he gets criticised. Yet the Tories can go and play tennis for 250,000 euros. Pounds, sorry. It's nuts, and apparently that's okay. It's a rule for them and a rule for everybody else, isn't it? No, it just drives me insane. Yeah, cheers for Alston. Yeah, save the NHS. It is. Did anyone see? Oh my goodness, what's his name again? Bernie Sanders. Bernie Sanders been interviewed by Sophie Ridge, and he was damning of the idea of getting rid of the NHS or privatising the NHS. He said it's a treasure. And it is a treasure. It's broken at the moment. There's problems in it, but it isn't for the love of trying. It's not for the love of trying. They've really been people who work in the NHS do a marvellous job. You just got to get to the front door. But for me, as I live here in France, I can just see so many fundamental errors in the way it's run, and it's always been run that way for a very long time, and it could be very costly and very difficult to change it. But it needs to change. Now, one of the main things that really bugs me is I feel that the NHS, or has in its current form, is more about mitigation instead of actually prevention. Whereas there in France, they want to, if you are, well, maybe let's say for argument's sake they've got cancer, they want to make sure that they've got it early, so they can treat it early. They'll get you in that hospital that week, and they'll treat it. That's the difference here. So it's preventative. It's not mitigation. But these Tories do everything. Everything is about how do we sticky plaster the problem, how do we sort the problem out, and instead of actually how can we prevent it. Now, one of the things several things. One is procurement is a major issue in the NHS. They've got so much buying power and they're not using it because they're using private companies to do the buying. That makes no sense. No sense. That's privatisation for you. Makes no sense whatsoever. And with these PFI hospitals, which just was under Tony Blair, which is basically a mortgage for hospital, really, I suppose. But the problem is there's all these add-ons, all these other things, like the car park, like the catering, like the cleaning, like the porters, like everything else that gets run by companies such as like Servco. That's an issue. That's a major issue. The actual PFI scheme on its own I don't think it's the biggest problem. No, it's all the other stuff that gets tagged on. The fact that they can't buy anything, the actual trust itself can't buy anything. They have to go through the procurement services provided by Servco and places like that, and companies like that. And that can't be right. It really can't be right. They're overcharging them for everything. I mentioned our rubber gloves. I mention it again. £5 rubber gloves they're paying £30 for. A flipping 20 quid catheter kit they're paying 60 odd quid for. This one will make you laugh. A box of 5 reams of paper, it's printer paper, right? Let's say let's say if it's good printer paper, it's going to be about 25 quid a box. or 5 reams, about 2,500 sheets of paper. Well, they're paying almost £100. Remember how much this, just think, it's not rocket science to work out how much of this stuff is being bought. For instance, my son with the rubber gloves, he'd get for a box a day. How many nurses are in the NHS? How many nurses are getting procurement that way? That's just one thing. There's all sorts of problems, isn't there, within the NHS? Now, one for me is it's the amount of appointments you need to get to the same point that we would be at if you're in a French health service. Now, I've got to have a scan of my elbow because I've damaged that weightlifting, my elbow, and also my wrist has gone clunky. Both are best probably to do my carpal tunnel. So I'm having an X-ray of my left side, right down there. Yeah, and I went to see the doctor. I got a prescription from the doctor itself. We called up the actual hospital where they do the scans and what have you, radiology, and got an appointment. It's a bit further in the future than it would be normally. Normally, you get an appointment within a couple of weeks for the radiology. Sometimes maybe 3 weeks. Not usually an issue, but this time it's actually I got my appointment in September, so it's 2 months. So it's a bit further ahead, but it's because in August all the doctors and all the they go on holidays. You see, so that one's available. So it's a bad time because of summer holidays. So but normally it's really quick, really quick. But I hadn't gone to see a consultant. I just saw my doctor. My doctor sent me up there, gave me the prescription. So they've knocked a whole meeting, a whole consultancy meeting's gone. Also, when I mentioned this before, when I had my hands done, my carpal tunnel, I went to the hospital to see what they could do, and the hospital said, "I think the hospital's got some kind of hold on you." I can't. I'll stop that. But anyway, I went to the hospital to see the actual surgeon to do my carpal tunnel surgery, and that was after one appointment at my doctor. Then I had one of those electric shock treatment things, and then I had an appointment to see the actual surgeon, and he booked me in for both appointments for both operations, both hands, within about 3 months of each other, and it was all done within the whole lot was all done within about 5 months. Both hands within about 5 months. So it's ridiculously quick, and the treatment I got was amazing. So, marked difference to what we've experienced in the UK. And it's not the NHS's fault. It's not the nurses. It's not the doctors. They are so stressed. They're so overworked. They're doing 60-odd hours, only 60, 70-hour shifts. It's just... how can we have trust and faith in a doctor or a nurse working those sort of hours? You can't, can you? Anyone working those sort of crazy hours, are going to be knackered, they're going to be tired, they're not going to be thinking straight. Makes no sense. It's illogical. Just totally illogical. Now, if they can make it work here in France, now I know what they're going to say. Oh, well, you have to pay for your healthcare in France. Not entirely true. Now, you have the state portion, which is about 2/3, which the state pays. And the other third, you pay. But the law in France is that you must have what you call a mutuelle, assurance mutuelle. So you have a better insurance policy for your family that you pay for each month. And my son pays about £100 a month for his healthcare. Yeah, we're about the same. But if you're earning under a certain amount, which I think is about 15,000 a year or something like that, or no, it's more than that, 20,000. Oh, anyway, whatever it is, there's a thing called complementaire, which then that additional bit that you'd have to have insurance for, the policy for, is covered under the complementaire. So it's paid by the state. You get 100% free healthcare. So it makes perfect sense. Right? People can't afford it. Obviously, they get some extra help. The other thing is, the NHS includes dental care. So if we go to the, we don't have to pay any extra to go to the dentist or anything like that. It's all included. It's a huge difference. I'll tell you one thing, though. You don't have to pay for prescriptions either. No, free. All included. And you come out with carrier bags of stuff. It's nuts. So it's quick, efficient, it works, And it's pretty much free, apart from obviously your mutual. But don't forget, we don't have NI contribution here, national insurance contribution. That's pretty much it. And he's paying that extra. It's done all in taxation, obviously. But it's it works, you know. Yes, they could save some money. Yes, it needs streamline. Yes, it needs some bit more efficiency. Because here in France, a lot of the clinics are actually private. They're private clinics. There's no boop or anything like that here in France. There's no need. No. You know, if you have an operation, when I had my carpal tunnel surgery, I was in my own room. When Caroline had her surgery recently, she had her own room. If you have day procedure, it will be a was it my own room under my carpal tunnel? It was. There wasn't no one else in that room. No. But normally with day procedure, it's a 2-bed room, and you know, with ensuite and what have you, you know, and bedside service. But yeah, it just, in many ways, it's chalk and cheese. It's a different system, but I think the UK could benefit going over to the French system to some degree, but still keep it a free point of views. But I think we need to be looking in the UK how we can. My feeling is we need to stop wasting money. We waste so much money in the UK, so much money. It's just ridiculous. And also, this money's not going anywhere apart from up there to them. The rich buggers, the richest 1%. It's crazy. It's crazy. So that needs to stop. That really does. Anyway, come back in here. Yeah, sorry. You're right, Asuka. Alistair, I'll get. Oh, I'm really slurring words now. That's because I'm tired. But there you go. Say Livy. Oh, what's that? 3 hours on 3 hours. Oh my god, that's so much for 2 hours. I can't help myself. Top Smoke says, everyone will be coming and they won't leave you alone. Oh my god. Oh my giddy aunt. I'll have to start running around naked, wouldn't it? That'd get rid of them. No? I'm running naked. Was that Will Ferrell? I'm running naked. Oh. Mark's the biggest fan. I'm not a tough man. I like squirrels. We all like squirrels. We get little squirrels here. PFI. Oh my giddy aunt. PFI is £250, says Alistair, to clean a room in a hospital. £250 in a PFI hospital. So that's just ludicrous. These are the things that need to be cleaned up. See what I did there? But it is absolutely ludicrous. We need to get rid of this wastage. The PFIs need to be, well, not necessarily for the building, but all those tag-on businesses, they need to be got rid of. Privatisation for those sort of people. They're but now. I was listening to I think it might have been David Lammy or something. Anyway, a doctor phoned in and saying about this young junior doctor did really well and did some procedures and stuff. And he's really excited. Did all the paperwork. Blah blah blah. Went to his car. Then got a £40 parking ticket in the hospital car park. Why the hell are they paying for car parking? They did it in the pandemic. It was removed in the pandemic, wasn't it? But that's why been brought back in. It's privatised. Everything's privatised. It's terrible. Oh, that's interesting. Andrew Evans. Andrew Evans says, "I have an underactive thyroid, and carpal tunnel could be one of the downsides of side effect." Wow. I've got it in here. I also have an underactive thyroid. I didn't realise that. That's not the one. No. I have a little pill box now. I have to take my thyroxine. I'm like an old person with a pill box. Oh dear, never mind. Yeah, thyroxine. Yeah, I've got underactive thyroid as well, Andrew. And I've got carpal tunnel syndrome. I've had the operation. I've had both operations, so I don't know if you can see the little scar. It's kind of just there, tiny little scar on there, yeah. And then on that hand as well. I think so. Oh, see it better on that hand. There it is. There, there, yeah. And that one there. That's when I was stripping cables, yeah. Oh, they fainted when I did that. I tell you, what little fatty gristly bits inside. Oh, that's horrible. Ugh. Nasty. Yeah, cheers for Andrew Evans. I didn't realise that. Well, I know underactive thyroid can cause all sorts of issues. I'm not going right off track here, but can cause all sorts of issues. And one of those issues is what you're saying. That's what you're saying. But another one is it can make you talk funny. That explains a lot. When I first started doing this channel, actually, I thought a bit of honesty actually, because when I'm tired, I slur. I just do. I'm tired, and snagged. And when I first started this channel, I was really squeaky and not very. I found it really difficult, oracy and all that. Very difficult to communicate on doing these videos and stuff. People leaving messages and that. Yeah, it sounded very interesting, but I couldn't understand the word you said or stuff like that. I still get those sort of comments now, but not as much as I used to. Well, my voice started getting hoarsier and more like a bit odd, strange. The more I was doing this channel, I thought it was this channel, and then I was reading through. I think it was on Mayo Clinic or something like that online, and one of the side effects is hoarse voice. You get rough. It's when it gets quite bad, and you got. Anyway, I have to take extra tablets now. Yeah, interesting. If me and Debs ever drive to Portugal, we will be really happy to stop by and say hello to you and Caroline and Wally and as well. Yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah, well, if you're coming south, you're pretty much going to be coming by us because we're not far from the A20. Which, yeah, if you're going from, well, generally speaking, whenever I drive from the UK, if you need to come via Rowan or via Paris or whatever, I end up on the A20.
So you have accepted the truth.
Cool. Yeah, more. I don't charge parking, by the way. Oh, hello, Alistair. Alistair, I'm here. Marcus, check the other figures I put in the chat, mate. Oh, didn't see that in the chat. This is a chat, isn't it? Oh, I see. So you got £180 bill just to move one bed anywhere. 180. Crikey! Have you got any links to that, mate? You can send over to us. I'll do a video on it because that is horrendous. I never realised that. £180 just to move one bed anywhere in the hospital. They're on flipper wheels. The hell? That's just a rip-off. Time for Trumpton. What? What Trumpton? I haven't got Trumpton, but I got there you go. That's now as I got to Trumpton. Yeah, while I'm looking in the chat. Sorry. That is a dictatorship. Yeah. Oh, how? Okay. So 250 to clean a room. Scottish NHS has no prescription charges. No, that's true. Yeah, I need to point that out actually. It's quite hard to remember all this stuff all the time. Even when you make videos and stuff, because I don't necessarily edit my videos anymore unless I'm doing the mashups or something like that. But when you're just doing just blurting it out, it's quite hard to remember all this stuff. So I try and keep away from editing if I can because I put so many videos up. If I edit them, it'll take me all day just to edit one video. Well, depending on the video, obviously, but it can take a good 4 to 6 hours. If you include the recording, probably at least 6 hours to make a video. But then it's just not worth a while. It's just and it's not going to make me get any more views. I've had videos that pretty much done no work whatsoever. I just literally put a clip up and it's got more views than it has me making the video. It's just silly. So you never know, do you? Then I suppose. Who's Emily? Thomas says, I've got chronic allergies. Who are you allergic to? Had them all my life, and the house is torture. Books in libraries are the worst. Oh my god, dust probably, isn't it? Think what dust is. What is dust? It's dead skin cells, insect crustaceans that all dried and got crushed under your feet, and other stuff, and feces, insect poo. Yeah, and fly spots, and dead flies, the stuff you swatted. Or squatters even, I don't know. But either way, it's just, yeah, grindings of nasty shit. That's what dust is. It's one of the reasons why we have air filters in this house, because I suffer with a little bit of asthma. It's not, it's worse at certain times of year, but it's not pollen related. It's just humidity. But I've got an air filter over there, that one there, my record player, because I don't want, it keeps the dust down in the area of the record player, basically. We've also got a big one, a Lavoie, quite a big round thing, in the hall, and that's that runs all, it's automatic, but it's running all the time. And then we've got them in the bedrooms. Now, has anyone sat there and watched the sun come through the window, hitting the dust, all sparkles, all that stuff you're breathing in? And you have to ask yourself, what is dust? You know, it's not just little bits of material floating about. It's bits of you and bits of other people, and then you breathe it all in. So I'm quite happy to try and suck as much of that out of the air as I possibly can. And then obviously we have the toxins as well. It definitely is good for the dogs. That's one of the reasons. The other reason why we got them. Got, 3 dogs. They create a lot of dander and other nasty stuff. So. Scroll on down. Vipex says, if me. Oh, I've done that one. Is there any more of this? Alistair, did I miss anything? NHS in England, it's the patient that's the money follows, not the NHS. Yeah, that's true. One of the things, aside from a bedroom tax that the Scottish government uses its budget to mitigate English policies. Oh, I see. So the bedroom tax is still there, but the Scottish government mitigates it. Oh, that's how handy, that. Free education and free prescriptions. That's the thing. And but Scotland's failing. You won't manage on your own. That's what they tell us. They're politicians. It must be true. Oh dear. Scroll down. So, dust is life. Well, it used to be. What? I don't like dust. I get surrounded by dust. When I work in the workshop, I'm just surrounded by dust all the time. And do you know what I do? I come in, I just jump in the shower, just blow the dust off my body, but I also have a thing called a netty ball. And it's quite horrible. And it's got like a saline solution. You shove up your foot in the nostril, push the button so walk and flow through across your sides and wash out all the old nasties that might have got past your mask and what have you. Yeah, it's not great. But you do it, but when the stuff that comes out, you think, yeah, that's why I did it. Yeah. You feel a lot better afterwards as well. A lot of the Scottish budget is used to shield citizens from English policies. Save you a fortune then when you leave, won't it? And try and block your drug policy, aren't they, as well at the moment? Alistair Care says 1 million a month for one hospital. Oh, you missed that one. Sorry, buddy. And we'll dig and try and find them out. Oh, thanks, please. Yeah, thank you. It's just that they move so fast. Of course, yeah. If I go too high up, they're all old, aren't they? And I didn't realise. Sorry. I do apologise. Don't hate me. Mo, says Dan O'Connell. You and Howard Hughes. Dust is protein molecules. That's the cunt problem. What? Who was that? What? That's it, mate. I can't say it, but I'm glad when you see you don't see a problem. Yeah, I get that. English policies: Blair, Brown, Cameron, Gove. Pretty sure they are Scottish, and the list is not exhaustive. Cheers, Gingers. Oh, you found it. I was going to leave it in the thingy when I got it on there, though. On there. Right, anyway, I'm going to make a move. I'm so tired. So tired. Oh, message rejected. Oh. Nobody can hear you scream. What? No one can hear you scream when Jimmy moves your bed. What? What? Oh, that Jimmy. Jimmy Savile used to move them for free. Oh, terrible. No. Good night, Mark's biggest fan. Take care, buddy. Oh, 91 Leeds. Good night, 91 Leeds. Take care. I'm going to be doing the same anyway, because I am so tired. Mark's often goes red rum and sugar horse. Oh dear. Yeah, I think I damaged my vocal cords. I've done something with my voice. I think it's for the better though, to be honest, because it's really squeaky. I used to get people phone me up. Right, it's just, when I give them my name, they go, Mrs. Night, Mars. Have a great sleep. And you, Alstom. You take care. Yes, I'm going to go. Done 3 hours. I think, 3 hours, 22 minutes. That's not a bad stint, I don't think. No. I think I've done, some stuff. I'll probably do some more stuff tomorrow. So I might do a midday stream tomorrow. Whether it'll be in here or outside, depending on what the weather's like. I don't know yet. But also, I've got my live stream tomorrow evening, so I might go live twice tomorrow. I also got my video going up in the morning, and I walk with my dear missus and her dogs around another lake, different lake this time. So yeah, so sweet dreams, everybody. You as well, Dan O'Connell, and everybody else. And thanks to thanks to the spanners, moderators. That's it. Get my worms out. I'm so tired. I can't even think straight. Blimey. Anyway. I am going to go. I am. Honest. Yeah. Oh dear. Well, okay. What is that? What is the sexy Brexit? What's that one?
Beefer.
Oh, that one. That's quite funny. That should be a short. Oh, tell you what. I haven't done that for a little while. I'm going to make a new one soon. I am. I got to. So, there you go. And thank you very much, everybody, and thanks for the super chats. Keep on with the chat. Who's that? It's a friend. Big one's in. Oh dear. Ta-ta.
Where are you? Oh no, I've only got 20 rolls left. I better go shopping.
Go on.
Okay.
Well, I understand there's an issue with supplies.
That's right.
If there
Well,
was enough
it's just
for
like,
everyone-
you can use a scarf. A scarf is, everybody, a lot of people have scarves. And you can use a scarf. Scarf would be very good.
Hey, what's the date? Fuck! Ah, fuck! Yay, road trip!
Notte giorno di farfalloni amoroso, notte giorno di torno girano, delle belle turbando al riposo, delle belle turbando al riposo, Narciset Matocino d'amor.
Veuillez raccrocher le pistolet.
Oh, dirty!
Veuillez raccrocher le pistolet.
Cool face masks. Oh, even better. Compact. Mission accomplished, so Monsieur Petroli makes his way back to her indoors. Shit! Hi, honey, I'm home.
Petroli! Petroli! Have you done your chores yet?
Oh, that's not fair. Do I have to?
Yes, get on with it.
I love you, Mr. Radish. As the day draws to an end, Monsieur Petroli expresses his freedom, literally. While the sun goes down over the horizon, Monsieur Petroli enjoys a glass of white wine. Or so he thought.
I'm so